we're off to a hot start tonight. Good evening and welcome, everybody. It's the Steel Toe Evening Show. This is what we're going to call a bleeding stopper. April's here. I brought the righty in. No more of these, no more of the two chubby guys talking about shit.
Hey.
We brought a cute chick off the bench to pick up the slack. How's it going?
So good.
Welcome to the Steel Toe Evening Show. We've got a great one planned for you today. Holy shit, things are taking off already. A lot of people to thank. Let's go and we've got the PayPal option and the Streamlabs option now because as I said this morning, every time I post the PayPal link now, there's one person in the chat who's, fuck PayPal, fucking hate them. And then I'm like, well, that's unfortunate because we still have to pay all of our people. So
did they forget they took it back?
Right. That's, yeah, I don't know. So I said, you know what? We'll add the Streamlabs on there if it makes them feel more comfortable. So there you go. If you say, fuck PayPal, fuck those guys, they suck. There's the PayPal link and the Streamlabs link so you can do an end around. Thank you very much to, oh shit, who is that? Because I don't want to dead name people.
The top one?
Yep. All right, thank you very much. Now let's get some different names in there because I got Gray Duckling who's already throwing $15 in tonight. Thank you very much to Balls Deep for 22. He says, Annie up, fuckers. That's a good idea. Let's get some new blood in there. Let's see this thing. It's going to take a new wave. It's going to take everybody working together to knock this thing out. I'm wiping away the 215 that we've been short. Our morning shows have really been dragging, not in quality, but just in knocking out the goal and keeping all our guys around. So we're going to start fresh tonight. It's going to be new. We're not going to worry about what we're behind. We're going to take it as a loss and move on, and we're going to knock this thing out. So if you've been listening to the show for a month or more and you're a big fan, $5-10 a month, becoming a member, throwing in a couple of bucks, that's always cool for us. That's what keeps this little engine hanging in there.
Hell yeah.
Thank you very much to Balls Deep, Gray Duckling, and John Smokin for renewing his membership for a third month. He says, I love you all. Well, thank you, buddy. Let's knock this thing out tonight. Let's not even make it a nail biter. Fuck it. Let's knock out that goal and do overtime because I have a shitload of stuff for you tonight. Not only that, it's all the stuff you want to hear. I got Chad. I got Opie. I got Brendan. And I have the newest episode of Right On with KelMarie.
It's finally here.
It finally came out. We have a ton of news. We got Kanye getting sued. Well, did you know that just 2 days after her husband was about to murder her dogs, and 2 days after she was being mentally and physically abused and, oh my God, in this terrible condition,
crying,
Amouranth went back to streaming today.
Oh,
wow, I tell you what, April, nobody bounces back like that kid. I mean, she is resilient.
Or them titties.
Oh, man, those titties. I mean, in no way does this seem kind of like a work at this point.
I didn't think so. I thought those tears were real.
Yeah, in no way does this seem like perhaps someone is fucking over their simpy fans, but
a little stunt-esque.
Look, man, if they're dumb enough to do it, what are you going to do? Thank you very much once again to Gray Duckling. $10 coming in again.
Thanks,
from
buddy.
Gray Duckling, 265. But guys, let's make this an all hands on deck thing. Let's not make it one person carrying the load. That just makes us look like the filthy beggars we are, being basically supported by welfare daddies at this point. So thank you very much to Gray Duckling, but also thank you very much to Trucker 18-Wheeler, who's been more than generous, says F the donating and F the show. Well, that seems contradictory, so thank you, sir. 260 away from our goal tonight. Cody with $6.66. Thank you very much, bud. 255 away from tonight's goal, and we are kicking it in the ass. If that doesn't give you enough motivation to support your favorite show, one of our guys that we had to block because he was just being such a cunt, MN Vikings, turned out to be a psycho stalker fan.
Oh, no kidding.
And now he's emailing me after every show. If we don't hit the goal, he emails me, and he goes, "Oh, you missed the goal today." And I'm like, you said you weren't listening anymore. So he's still watching every minute of every day.
It's pretty creepy.
It's really funny though. But if you want to send a message of fuck MN Vikings, it's all of us knocking this thing out together. Thank you very much to Nicholas for the $5. We're turning things around tonight. 250 away from tonight's goal, and there's all the links in the chat for you if you'd like. Streamlabs, PayPal, the whole deal, but super chats and memberships count as well. Thank you, guys. And also, Aaron Sulzer from Old Capitol informed us that to show his gratitude to our audience for calling City Hall and doing all that stuff for him, the new VIPs between now and Thanksgiving are going to get an additional, they're going to get a $25 gift card to Old Capitol with their VIP package.
Pretty cool.
So that's a pretty sweet thing, too. If you live in Minnesota, that's something to take advantage of. Orange Boy with $5 says couch cushion fiver. Thank you, buddy. Cody Thompson says, we going to Bonanza? Oh, in April, where's my cookies?
There's actually interest from people on Facebook like, hey, can you bake me a batch?
April put a picture of the cookies she made up, and she got some interest. Tyler with $5. Thank you very much, buddy, over there on PayPal. He says some more bits and subs. Thank you, pal. 2:30 away from tonight's goal. Marina must be new. Sorry we're starting the show this way, Marina, but our audience is being very generous, and I'm trying to get everybody thanked. Jay with $5. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, Marina. She's saying, how long does it take this show to get to the point? Believe me, I've got an amazing show planned for tonight, but our audience is being ridiculously generous, and I'm just trying to keep up with it. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate it. 225 away. Thanks, guys. But now I have to entertain Marina. New people are always coming in.
Hey, he's worth it. Stick around.
We're trying to get to it. I promise. She says, how long does it take this channel to get to the point? What are we now? 5 minutes in? You know what? Let's say 5 minutes.
Accurate.
I admitted to something on the show not long ago, probably about a week ago. And that thing that I admitted to was that my hairline in the corners is moving backward. Mm-hmm. You guys had bullied me and browbeaten me. And you know what? I can actually use this term in its proper context and not the way single white moms use it when their relationships fail. I was actually gaslit.
Oh, no.
Into admitting this. I was gaslit into believing my hairline was moving back because until I admitted it last week, what was my defense? My defense was it's always been that shitty.
Yeah.
I've always had a terrible hairline. I first started noticing it like senior year of high school. It was way back there. Well, a listener of ours, Scott, decided to pull video from one of our old radio shows back in the day, 5 years ago in 2017, and then put it side to side with today's morning show. And there it is. There's 2017. There's 2022. I can tell you this. First off, what I notice is even with Scott's blurry screenshot, our camera's now way better than the station's cameras.
Tiny bit. Look at the microphone.
Oh, yeah. Microphone, way better. But also what I noticed was a little bit thinner face. Not a lot thinner, but a little bit thinner face. Mm-hmm. And also, I don't think I've aged in 5 years. I'm not saying I've always looked really young and that picture from 2017 when I was 30 had me looking like a 21-year-old. But I don't think that guy here looks any older than this guy here. The only thing I maybe see is right here.
I see that too.
I see this.
Yeah.
That right there looks a little bit older than this guy, but that could be the thinner face too.
Got some lines right here.
Where?
This.
Yeah, that. I got the lines right there. But otherwise, skin-wise, I don't really see.
Better shirt for sure.
Better shirt.
He used to wear those Charlie Sheen polo shirts.
We are calling them Charlie Sheen shirts. That hurts, but it's true. Wild Card with $10 says, this is just a fuck you to MN Vikings. Oh, well, that's very sweet, sir.
Thanks,
Thank you. And it looks like we got a lot of people to thank also. But there you go. Look at that hairline. Do you see that hairline being any further back?
Not really.
I see that hairline being exactly the same as it is now. Now, my headphones are a little different, so let me take my headphones off. Those headphones look like they sat back further than these do.
Yeah, because your headphones here could be covering up your line.
Look, that looks exactly the same to me. That hairline does not look any different.
I'd say it stops right here.
Yeah. Look, again, the hairline was shitty then. It's shitty now. Right. But the hairline stayed that level of shitty.
I was going to bring down that graduation board of yours tonight, and I completely forgot it. But it is so funny to look at.
I feel relatively vindicated about the hairline thing.
Are you thinking who the fuck you are because you're not balding now?
I'm not thinking who the fuck I am. What I'm saying is I got gaslit into admitting something that I didn't have to admit. You know, I wasn't balding. I'm not losing my hair. It's always been shitty. Again, these are not me complimenting myself or sucking my own dick. This is me just saying, guys, I've kept the shit at shoe level for this long.
I don't know if it's you like actively trying really, but it's your follicles hanging on for sure.
They're hanging in there. My follicles are fighters. I have, if I was a college, I would be the fighting follicles is what I would be.
All right.
So anyway, thank you very much to, also I have a thank you to throw out to Grey Duckling for 5. And I don't think I took wild cards 10 off, did I?
I don't know.
So that means
thank you.
210 away from tonight's goal. Thank you guys very much. So let's go ahead and see if what the audience thinks, comparing the two pictures. Rain says, I want to pinch your cheeks, of course.
They were pretty wide in that picture. You had a very, very round, like bowling ball-esque face.
It's not the compliment I think you meant it to be.
I mean, you don't look like that now.
Thank you. That helps a ton. Triple N says, you lost some weight. You look better now. I'm trying to keep it off. You
were a thick boy.
With 3 C's, B? Carlos says, better glasses, I think, too. They shape your face, not like a fat. Wow. Thank you.
You do have nicer glasses.
Return Trip says, the hairline is remarkably similar. Standalone Cakecorn, you look better now. No homo. A little homo. You haven't aged because you have been getting the magic dick in your ass. That's true. I did have the theory this morning that people who take dicks, whether it's gay dudes or women, seem to age slower than men do.
It was a weird take.
Look, we looked at Megyn Kelly, who's like 50, maybe older, and then Dave Rubin, who's in his late 40s. Both of them take dick. Both of them look very young.
You might be onto something. The magic juices.
It can't be ruled out of hand. That's all I'm saying. Max says, you still look okay. Kind of nerdy, but a strong 4. See, now, if you know Max, that's not the insult it seems like.
It's probably a compliment. Raul
says, midlife crisis in live. Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to convince myself against something I had admitted. See, now it's like, when Thanos snapped everybody out of existence and then everyone had gone on to accept their life the way it was, but then they brought everybody back 5 years later after the snap. It's like, holy shit, but I adjusted to my old life when everybody was snapped away. Sure. So now I've admitted my hair's moving backwards, but now I get photo proof from an audience member that my hair is indeed not moving backwards. So now I have to adjust. I've already adjusted to life accepting myself as a balding man, but now I find out I'm not balding.
I'll try to break you a little bit then. What if when you were 30 in that picture from 2017, your hairline had indeed moved backwards from high school and it just hasn't moved since then?
Oh my goodness, look, I've gone cross-eyed. I don't know.
You balded for a period, now it's stopped.
Right. It's been cut off. Or as Min Max says, follicular subversions.
Oh.
Shit got Kanye in trouble, man. Got a hairline of someone 20 years older than him, says Loaded Runch. But not moving. That's the point. Citizen M says, now that I compared directly next to Rockin' 101, Aaron, I've got to say, MN Vikings did nothing wrong. Oh, no. That's like saying Hitler did nothing wrong. It's like the same thing. 199 from Grey Duckling. He says, you are a fat. There's something about someone giving you money to tell you that actually does make it hurt more.
Thanks, buddy.
It's like if you put $2 in a stripper's underwear and then said, you're a slut and your dad doesn't love you.
Half that's true.
I think they're both probably true.
You are wearing
me.
Pants
you're saying
tonight.
for me.
Yeah.
I am wearing the pants that a listener... Who gave these to me?
Okay, his name's Blake.
He's
a fucking VIP too. What is his name?
Blake sent me some pink pants that say Juicy on them, some sweatpants.
Yule Gibbons.
I'm a
dumbass.
Okay. Thanks for
Blake.
outing Yule Gibbons.
I never said a name.
So I'm wearing the pink sweatpants that say Juicy on them, and I have to say, very comfortable.
They are very soft.
They're very comfortable, very soft, a little sweaty, but
they say Juicy in rainbow across his ass.
They do. It's very nice. It's like the SpongeBob meme. It just with the rainbow. April's Deer Stand with $5 says, just leave your bow with me and I'll shoot the bloody deer myself. Oh, the Deer Stand. That's pretty nice.
Oh.
Shitty Imposter Syndrome with $2. Grey Duckling with $4.99 says, all in love. Thank you, buddy. $200 away from
guys.
our goal tonight. Thank you. We are knocking them back this evening. Thank you so much. Seth Martin says, April looking fine as hell.
Whoa. Thanks.
Skeptical Skeleton says, time for bonbons and leopard print tops. No, I'm not going Peg Bundy, all right?
You could wear a tube top with those. A nice white one.
These are all things to put in the show notes. All things to put in the show notes, all right? I didn't mean literally. Okay. Who wants an update on something we talked about yesterday? Remember yesterday we had a segment with Chad Zumock, and if you missed it, you can watch last night's evening show, or we'll have the Chad clip going up tomorrow. But we may need to add a companion piece to it tomorrow night to the Zumock thing, because our buddy Chad, who now is aware of Steel Toe, obviously very nervous of Steel Toe, does not like that we've been talking a little shit about him.
No.
I think in the last month, we've brought him up for a total of about 45 minutes. We've done two or three segments on him for a total of about 45 minutes. In Chad Zumock's mind, comedian, radio guy, failed at all of them, by the way. In Chad's mind, that equates to they do a show about me.
The whole show.
Yes, they do. In his words, they do a podcast about me. Now, Chad also does that thing where he pretends not to know who someone is, but then quotes you back everything they do. I love Chad. Marina says, the blonde girl looks like every other anorexic girl in Europe. You know, Marina, you don't have to be a jealous cunt.
She actually called me a cunt earlier.
She
in the
did.
Chat. Yeah.
I think, Marina, I don't know how old you are, Marina, but I'm thinking
it's going to be okay.
I'm thinking maybe it's a couple past the glory days and that maybe we're a little jealous of other people. Don't do that. It's a bad look. You came here as a first-time listener. If you like it, sit back, get used to everybody, get acquainted. If you don't like it, feel free to take off, but don't be ugly. Marina, when you get ugly like that, it shows you to kind of be a past your prime cunt. Don't do that. KF says, Marina, I kind of think stinks. Yeah, Marina, either become a fan of the show or stop airing your jealousy out in public.
She'll be fine.
It's gross. It's not. You're going to become a big fan of the show. Just give it some time. Brent says, April mentioned a hunting podcast the other week. Is that a thing? I bow hunt here in Australia. It's the name of your podcast.
Do you remember we were doing some kind of bit where you had me telling you about what I was up to, and I said I was going to start a bow hunting podcast, like jokingly, and there's been several people asking me, like, is that a real thing?
No,
I
think they meant, I think they want to know the guy that you listen to.
No, it's not that.
I thought you mentioned that guy.
Nope.
All right, fine.
I just thought it was very
Could
funny.
you give the name of that person so this bit is not all for nothing and I don't look like a fucking dipshit?
Well, the thing I never mentioned on the show ever was Whitetail Habitat Solutions.
Whitetail Habitat Solution. There we go.
It's very boring.
So thank you, Brett, and thank you, Rocky, for the $10 over there on PayPal. Appreciate that. $190 away from tonight's goal. Thank you guys for your generosity. We are really off to a rocket start this evening, and I do appreciate that after the tough morning shows that we've had. All right. Chad Zumock had all that stuff to say about Steel Toe. Then he had that jealous, I was a cool kid in high school rant about Carl from Who Are These Podcasts?
Yep.
We played that last night. We made fun of Chad Zumock some more. It was a lot of fun. Well, our buddies at Insufferable Bastards now clipped out a segment from Anthony Cumia's show yesterday where fucking Chad Zumock called in. And guys, this one actually has me a little bit nervous because I think Chad is going through either a nervous breakdown,
a crisis,
or Chad is about to suffer a snap, like a violent snap.
Oh, nothing's going well for him, huh?
Yeah. Chad Zumock was called into Cumia's show, and you can tell right away that Anthony is like, oh, fuck. He does not want to talk to fucking Chad Zumock. Because Zumock is one of those guys who sucked Anthony's dick, tried to get in tight with Anthony, and Anthony kind of saw him like the rest of us do. This guy's like Stuttering John. He's dog shit. He's not funny, and he's a little crazy.
Yep.
So I'm going to keep this Chad Zumock at a distance. And Anthony goofed on him instead of embracing him. And that hurt Chad deep down. Chad got very much in his emotions, in his feelings about the way Anthony and Kevin Brennan and others made fun of him. So then Chad started ranting against everybody who was on Team Cumia, but it's because he wanted to be on Team Cumia.
He didn't get to be friends.
He didn't get to sit at the cool kids table like he was in high school, according to him. And he decided to make fun of everyone at that table and pretend he didn't want to be there. Now Chad is threatening to go to the Orlando Improv, where Anthony and some of the comedians that are on his network are going to be performing at.
Oh, good.
And I guess some of the people that work with Anthony, and maybe even Anthony himself, have asked the club not to allow Chad Zumock in that night. Don't let him in. He's going to fuck with our show. We want to have fun. Keep Chad Zumock out of there. Well, Chad decided to call Anthony's show. And this did not help him out in the I'm Not Crazy department. Let's take a listen to this. This is from the Insufferable Bastards channel. They clipped this out, but this is from Anthony Cumia's show on Compound Media. I'm a subscriber. Become a subscriber. Anthony's show is very good. He does a show with Gavin once a week that's pretty funny. Here we go. Chad Zumock on Anthony Cumia.
Zumock again? Oh, my God. People are going to kill me for picking this up.
So already Anthony's like, fuck.
That's how we used to talk with Jake Hudson.
Yes. Chad Zumock is Anthony Cumia's Jake Hudson.
That's a parasite,
yes.
Guys.
Chad, what's up?
You really think I'm going to do something? Like I'm going to try to kill you? Really?
Now remember, Chad starts this phone call out with, come on, Anthony, do you really think I'm going to do anything? Am I going to act out at your show? You really think I'm going to do that? Remember that. It's important for later.
Did I say that, Chad?
I don't know who said what.
A listener called up and said, I had a wife that went through mental problems, and all the signs that I'm seeing in Chad, those were signs that I saw in her. And he goes, you should be careful down there, because he was talking about showing up at a gig. Yep. And if he shows up, I'd be worried that he might do something. I never said, oh, yeah, I'm making all the preparations needed just in case Chad Zumock tries to kill me. I didn't say that. I didn't imply maybe a couple of jokes about credit cards, but it had
well, of course, you have to.
You have to. If you talk about first of all, you have to joke when you talk about Chad Zumock. You can't analyze Chad Zumock in a serious fashion. He's not a serious guy. He's not a guy to be taken seriously as a comic. He was never a big radio guy. He's never been a big podcaster. You can't bring Chad Zumock up and not laugh and make fun of him, because otherwise there's no reason to talk about Chad Zumock.
Exactly. It helps it go down easier.
He is not relevant in any light other than that of a classic lol cow. That's Chad Zumock. And if he wants to embrace that, then fine. But this act where he pretends he doesn't want to be in with these groups of people. I mean, for fuck's sake, the whole reason we discovered Chad Zumock is because we caught him trying to be the Johnny-come-lately into the Stuttering John bashing.
Oh, yeah.
And then we called it out. We were the first ones to call out Zumock and go, wait, time out. This guy's just as bad as Stuttering John.
I see what you're doing there.
This guy is a problem. This guy he's grifting. He's like Tony Michaels. This Chad Zumock should be on Stuttering John's show, not making fun of Stuttering John. So we decided to turn our attention to Chad. And let me say, he has not disappointed since then.
He is giving me serious Jake vibes. He's clingy. He's obsessive.
He turns on you like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know he wants to be here, but of course he says he doesn't.
Right.
Thing to do with you showing up and killing me, Chad. So, no, I don't think you'll show up and kill me.
Yeah, I'm coming to review the show. I am a reviewer.
What do you mean?
I want to review the show.
For who? For you?
I'm going to write a blog.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds good. I hope it's fair and balanced.
This is what I mean. Like, this is a guy starting to lose it.
I can't believe Kumi is entertaining this, to be honest.
He entertains it very little. I mean, Chad starts to go a little crazy, and then Anthony's like, all right, I can get some weirdness out of this and then move on. But Chad is starting to sound like a mental patient who's hanging on to reality by a frayed thread.
You will cell phone very quickly in a phone call, I'm assuming.
You know that cartoon where they'll have the piano hanging above the Roadrunner's head, and it'll be dangling by that little thread, and the coyote won't know what the fuck is going on, why that piano won't fall. So he pushes the Roadrunner out of the way and looks up, and then the piano falls on him.
Oh, yeah.
Chad's sanity is hanging on by that same frayed piece of rope that the coyote's piano is hanging on.
Not
Trust
good.
me.
Yeah, so that's why I'm coming. I just want to review a comedy show, and that's it. And everyone will be safe.
Now, Chad, let me just make sure you know this.
Yes, sir.
There are people that book the show, run the club. That
Yeah, I work
might.
there. I get 1099s from there.
Okay, that's another douchey, gay, weird, creepy, crazy guy thing to say.
Definitely don't say that one.
Oh, yeah, I know the people who book that club. I get 1099s from there. Right. Everybody who makes more than like $500-600 at a place gets a 1099 from somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
I have, we put an audio version of our show on Patreon for people who don't want to watch it on YouTube. They want to save their data, whatever. We go, hey, $5 a month. Join the Steel Toe Show Patreon, and you can listen to it. We got 38 people on there. That's it. It's just a little extra feature for people if they want it. We're going to get a 1099. Our corporation is going to get a 1099 from Patreon. That doesn't mean we're doing well there, Chad.
Right, you just make a little bit of money.
Right. I get 1099s from there. Whoa, look at the big nuts on Chad Zumock. The guy gets 1099s from a comedy club. I thought we said no bragging during this phone call.
Calm down, Big Shoots.
Take it easy there, Rockefeller.
All right. But
Right.
well, then you have a relationship with the owner.
Yes.
Okay, then there shouldn't be a problem. Then if anyone on our show were to say, look, we just don't feel comfortable having Mr. Zumock here in the establishment, the owner would probably go, hey, I know Chad. I've worked with Chad. You are no Chad. No, you would not, and you'd be cool. But there might be somebody on the bill that kind of doesn't want you there.
Right, like you think about all the people at Compound Media that Chad Zumock has shit on, including Chrissy Mayer, who will be a guest of ours on Thursday at 11:30. We'll be talking to Chrissy. Tune in for that.
Pretty cool.
They may not want him there because he's a fucking piece of shit, and they've got a show to do, and they don't want some agitator standing in there wondering if he's going to do something or throw something or heckle while they're trying to do a show.
I can assume even just the thought of that would throw your set off.
Chad is one of those guys who is perpetually a cunt to everybody that he feels threatened by or that he feels has passed them by and he's jealous of. But he's also one of these guys who's perpetually a cunt to people and doesn't understand why they then don't want him around.
Why are you so mad?
Why are you so mad? Because he's a fucking mental patient.
But I'm buying a ticket.
Yeah, I know. The back of the ticket probably says, all people are subject to get the fuck out if someone wants you to get the fuck out.
Should write that on the
thing.
ticket.
Well, that's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is be ready. And if it does happen, don't you go and throw fucking Molotov into the club.
Wow.
No, it's so I'm going to be removed, is what you're saying.
I'm not saying that.
Oh,
I'm saying
it really is like talking to a mentally ill person.
It reeks of that. It reeks of kind of desperation to be included.
Desperation to be included and desperation to be a part of like some drama or something.
You need something stirred up in your life.
He wants to be noticed because he's tired of grinding. I mean, think about it. Zumock is 50 and he hasn't found a foundation anywhere. He hasn't found a career. He hasn't found an ability. He hasn't found some way in. So now he's looking down the barrel of burnout and he's going, I need one big shock thing to get me there. Because I've been grinding and grinding and grinding and I haven't been getting anywhere. So let me see if I can do something crazy and maybe that'll make me blow up.
I actually forget how old he is sometimes just because he acts so childish.
He does. Yeah, he's a fucking baby.
if something happens, I don't know. I don't know what people are going to do. I don't know what other people that have put this gig together, like Chrissy. You think Frank is a fan of Chad Zumock?
No.
You think Frank wants you sitting there staring at Chrissy after all the bullshit that's gone down?
He's been
I
an
don't know.
absolute creep
I
to
believe
Chrissy
it.
Mayer. He's
I
been a
believe that.
real fucking psycho towards Chrissy. We'll talk
Maybe
to her
Frank
about
will
it Thursday.
say, hey, I don't want this fucking guy in the club.
Just
I
as
don't
call
know.
The Clintons of comedy. The Clintons of comedy.
I don't.
Good one, Chad. Wow, that's a pro comic right there. You see, he called Chrissy and Frank the Clintons of comedy. That's
Bravo.
wow. I tell you, that Chad Zumock boy. I can't believe he's not on the bill that night at
I
the
know.
Orlando Improv with stuff like that.
Kind of want to know what he'd call himself.
Oh, I hope he's the Epstein of
The
comedy.
Lord of comedy.
No, Chad Zumock. I don't know. They might welcome you with open arms. I'm just saying you should be prepared for either contingent. See?
Well, this isn't going to be a fun evening if I get thrown out. I'll say that right now.
Oh, come on. So now
What
he's like semi-threatening like a bad time.
This is what I mean. This guy is either a really shitty bit or he's on the verge of a mental breakdown. I think the entire commentary comedy internet, ourselves included, because we've been cast into this lot now. We're kind of the little guy in that game. They're all kicking his teeth in, and he's feeling the pressure of the internet. He doesn't know how to ignore it, so he's trying to fight it. And I've said numerous times, if you try to fight the internet, you will drive yourself insane. You will go crazy. And Chad Zumock is starting to go crazy because his ego will not match the reality of his situation.
I feel like he almost just forced Cumia's hand to talk to the owner of that club, too, because of what he just said. Oh, if I get kicked out, that's not going to be a good night.
Listen, Anthony Cumia is one of the most patient, forgiving men in all of entertainment. Gino Bisconte still has a job after all the shit he's pulled. Kevin Brennan is still welcome there after, look, you can take Kevin's side on the Gino thing. He still acted like a fucking maniac.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You can't do that. I'm on Pat Dixon's side on the Gino thing, but you can't walk in and punch one of your coworkers. You're going to get fired. Anthony is one of the most forgiving people around. And the fact that he hasn't banned Chad Zumock from everything already leads me to believe he's so patient and so nice that he's almost foolish. And if he still allows Chad in the building after all this shit, it's not going to be a good night if I get kicked out of there. You got to ban him from the building.
I feel like you can't let this type of person in general in.
Especially since you're going to have so much fun. It's a comedy show. Anthony, Chrissy, Frank, and all these other people. Right.
He's not adding to that.
No.
See, now that Chad Zumock sounds like a threat.
Yes.
No, it doesn't seem like a fun evening if I have to drive home after getting thrown out.
Well, not fun for you, but it'll be fun for the people that came to see the show and us doing it.
But I'm the best comedian in that building that evening.
No.
Oh, this is where the delusion and the break from reality comes from. Chad Zumock is not funnier than any of these people. Fuck, man, I've been a part-time comic for 2012, about 10 years. I've been a very part-time comic, handful of performances every year. I'm a better comic than Chad Zumock. So, and I'm not even anywhere near the league of the people Anthony books for his shows. So I'm funnier than Chad Zumock on stage, and I can't touch any of these people. Not only is Chad Zumock not the funniest person in that comedy club that night, he's never the funniest person in any comedy club he's in, and he's not even good enough to be on the stage with those comics, to MC for them, let alone be funnier than any of them.
He's just delusional.
Again, it's a guy whose ego is incapable of matching the reality anymore, and that's when you start to have that break from sanity.
Oh, Chad.
Stand-up comedian, pound for pound, I will follow anyone.
Who are you, fucking Vasily Lomachenko, you boxing cunt?
I do hate that when people posture like they're big tough guys. Ooh, pound for pound, I'm the best there is.
Yo, I must have forgot. Was he going to start rapping like Roy Jones now, too? The best pound for pound is mine.
Of you, including the king himself.
I don't know. I gotta be honest. I don't know.
That's Anthony being as sweet as he possibly can to Chad. Going, I don't know if you're the funniest. I don't know. It's him wanting to say, you're fucking delusional.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. I wish Anthony would talk to Chad the way he talks about Opie.
That would be great. Or John.
That's who Chad is.
Yes.
He's Opie, he's John.
Even in a room of impartial people that have never heard any of us, people that have never heard you, and believe me, they exist. I don't think I don't know, but I don't know if you could just prevail over everybody.
Stand-up comedy, just stand-up comedy itself, not broadcasting, not
That's what I'm talking about. No, I'm talking about fucking stand-up.
Chad can't believe that someone thinks he's not very good. Chad, believe me, there's a lot of us out there.
Even in this conversation here, Anthony can still be kind of funny with some of the comments he's making. He's not funny at all.
Get in front of a mic and fucking talk to a crowd. Yeah. That's all I'm talking about. And no, this isn't a challenge. This isn't something we will do in Orlando. That
we don't want you there.
I don't know, Chad. You need to talk to somebody else about this before. I am not the guy to talk to. I am part of the fucking. I'm way down from the locomotive on this one. I'm just on. I'm a fucking guest on board the train. Yeah.
All right, Anthony. I just want to let you know. I'm in a bad mood, so I'm going to go.
Ooh, this is a mental patient. This is a mentally ill guy. This is like that girlfriend who calls you up being crazy, and then you confront her and stonewall her and say, no, I'm not giving in. And she goes, I don't even know why I'm in this conversation anymore. I'm just getting mad. You just stressed me out. I'm leaving.
Well, you called me.
Yeah, fucking good. I didn't want you calling me in the first place, you fucking weirdo.
At some point, you have to stop answering.
Yes.
All right, Chad, you do that. Be well. Take care of yourself now. Take your meds.
So there we go. There's our buddy Chad Zumock, who we will continue to keep covering. There's Chad on Anthony Cumia's show.
I really am realizing quickly that Anthony is too nice. He is too nice for his own good.
Yeah.
I really
for
think
sure.
so.
Yeah.
He keeps giving people attention that don't deserve it.
Yeah. And the way he gave Chad way too much time there.
Oh, yeah.
Way too, and it just...
I'm in a real
then
bad
again,
mood. I'm going to go.
Look, a guy who deals with Gino Bisconte on a daily basis probably has the patience of a saint. And think about it. A guy who worked with Opie for 20 years. Oh, my God. Anthony never even tried to kill Opie. Not one time that we know of. That's pretty amazing. You know what? Anthony Cumia may indeed deserve a Nobel Peace Prize for A, not strangling Chad Zumock, and definitely for not trying to kill Opie after 20 years.
I thought that several times during that phone call. I'm like, he puts up with everybody he doesn't like. He'll do a show with someone for 20 years that he doesn't like. Like, he must be the nicest guy behind the scenes.
Wildtail Habitat Solution says, I have some shotgun bullets coming in soon. That's very funny that someone made that name. Cliff F says, Chad sounds like my former boss, a jealous burn. Someone else says, Marina now loves the show. I knew she would. Jules David, that's very funny that someone has Mike David's
What is going on here?
fucking Mike David's wife's name. $2 from Jules David. The Who Are These Podcast Reddit has the video of this call, FYI. Jules, I have to tell you this. I'm just lazy. I could have went and got it. I have a compound subscription. I'm just a lazy fuck. That's all it is.
How dare you?
Decap loves hugs, remember? We remember Decap from yesterday. He's a giant man.
Very huggy.
$5 from Decap. He says, I'm a grown man who hangs out at Disney World alone. Is that creepy, Aaron? Not if you're going to come kill me, it's not.
He's wearing juicy pants.
Oh, yeah, I'm wearing juicy pants, bro. I'm not the one to ask that kind of a question. Jake Panaz with $9.99. Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate that. So that's a cool 15.
Thank you.
Coming off the goal tonight. We are 175 away from our goal this evening and not even halfway through the show. Thank you guys for keeping that going. Thank you to Sam for $10 over on PayPal as well. Appreciate that. So that's 165 away from our goal tonight. Holy shit, you guys. Appreciate that a ton. Let's knock out that goal. We're starting anew after our 2 slow starts to the morning shows. We're just wiping that out. And we're starting fresh tonight, so thank you guys very much for all of that stuff. Zumock the cock, some people are calling him, I'm just trying to scan through the chat right now.
See what they thought.
Zumock really thinks he is funny, just like Brandon. Brandon. Don't know that one.
Brandon?
Aaron, you're a comic. When are you coming to the New York, New Jersey area? Probably not for a while. Once this channel gets bigger.
How big? How big before you're traveling around?
15,000 subs.
Okay.
15,000 subs. Let's travel around. Marina says, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult anyone's wife. Look at that, guys. I tell you, these people come in telling us we suck. 15 minutes later, they're a fan. Marina, welcome to the show. She gets the vibe now. Ryan says, leaning back and letting the Xanax talk to Chad, right? That's pretty much it.
Let it help you, bud.
Chad is a fucking weirdo. Trucker 18-Wheeler says, never heard of Chad. Well, you've heard of him here. That's all you need to know. We got you. We'll keep you up to date on all these people.
Chad's a mental case. That's the fun part.
Standalone Cakecorn says, you know Chad was stabbing a picture of Anthony with a pencil after he hung up. After? Probably during.
Isn't that scary? Because that could be a thing with people like that.
Yeah. Rain says, if you deal with Gino, you know where you stand in our society. Beneath gypsies. Jesus.
Oh, boy.
Citizen M says, listening to this call, Chad Zumock comes across insufferable and woefully unfunny. Honestly, just surprised Josh Denny didn't already have him booked.
Josh Denny's on those shows, isn't he?
Not those shows. He's with Gavin.
They just don't talk about him.
No, he's just with Gavin, I think. So when Gavin and Anthony do a show together, he's there in that one. Marquis says, you got over 5,000, you goddamn overachiever. That's true. We're over, I think, 5,500 now. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Hit the like button on this video as well.
Hit the subscribe button, smash that like button, and click the bell to get notifications.
Hulkamasha Baby says, is Chad that dude that bombed at the roast that you and Oz ripped? Yes. That is the same exact fella.
The older guy?
Chad Zumock, yes. All right, so we got to catch up with Chad tonight. I'm very excited about that. Usually we save that kind of stuff for the end of the show. But since we had a Chad segment last night towards the end, I figure we'd kind of put this one towards the beginning.
And how do you think he's doing? What's your synopsis?
Chad?
Yeah.
It's not going well for old Chad Zumock.
Not quite.
No, I don't think it's going very well for Chad. Thank you very much to Skeptical Skeletons with a $10 super chat. See, I like this when the new listeners are coming in and going, you know what? $10 a month? That ain't so bad for this show. 8 shows a week plus a members only show and a guest. Holy fuck, we do a lot of shows. $10 a month, that don't sound too bad. We always say, give it a month or two. See if you like it. Thank you, Skeptical Skeletons. That means a lot. It's all an honor system here on Steel Toe. And we're only 160 away from that goal tonight. And when we hit that goal, if you're new here, we add another 30 minutes onto the end of our show.
Thanks, guys.
Whitetail Habitat Solutions says decap is a Matt Riddle mark. He's a hanger-oner. Be careful. Hey, we've had hanger-oners before. We love them. We love all of our fans. Decap's going to be just fine.
Decap seems cool so far.
Decap seems all right. Well, guys, it happened, and boy, did it happen quick. I tell you what, they jumped on that Alex Jones bandwagon of suing people.
Because why not?
And that Alex Jones thing just opened the floodgates for, if you say the wrong thing, we're going to bury you in a lawsuit.
It does set the bar pretty high.
It does. I'll tell you what. The case itself, I had no problem with because, again, I've said this a million times. As a broadcaster, what Alex said was actionable. All right, he left himself vulnerable. Mm-hmm. The part that scared me and really worries me is the amount of money they awarded. They awarded that money not because they felt the parents deserved it, but because that's what they wanted to punish Alex Jones with.
Right. The nearly $1 billion isn't justice.
No, the justice would have been, honestly, you lose a kid. Alex didn't kill them. Alex just denied that they were killed.
Sure, but he didn't physically harm somebody.
Right. So I think for Alex, what you do, and Alex wasn't the only person touting this conspiracy theory.
Just the biggest name, right?
They made him carry the whole weight of the conspiracy on his back, and I think that was unfair. A fair number for those parents, it was like what, 4 parents? 4 groups of parents?
5, yeah.
4 or 5 groups of parents? $5 million each. If they would have awarded those parents $25 million, if Alex Jones would have had to pay $25 million, I would have said, you know what? That's the cost of doing business. People estimate the net worth of InfoWars at about $100 to $200 million. It could have taken that hit and kept on coming. Yep. Alex probably could have raised that $25 million from his audience alone.
Yes, and it'll help ease your suffering.
Yeah, so, I mean, honestly, it would have been, let's say he has 300,000 fans, which I'm sure he has more than that. That's, what, $100 from each fan?
Maybe.
And then he could knock that out. I think Alex Jones would have been fine. But $1 billion, that just seems like we've been looking for a reason to get this fucking guy, and now we've got him. The problem is that now opens the floodgates to this shit now that's happening with Kanye when he talked about George Floyd. Now, what Kanye said about George Floyd was not pleasant. It wasn't politically correct. It wasn't polite. If I'm looking for other words,
it wasn't sensitive.
Thank you. That's what I was looking for. It wasn't sensitive. But you should be allowed to say what Kanye said. He said they hit George Floyd with the fentanyl. He would have died from the fentanyl. I don't even think that cop's knee was on his neck. If you look, the cop's knee wasn't on his neck. That's an opinion statement. That is Kanye's opinion, that when he looks at that video, he doesn't believe he's kneeling directly on his neck. Now, I don't agree with that. I think it looks pretty clear that Derek Chauvin is kneeling on the upper back to neck area of George Floyd. Yep. And that even though George Floyd was on fentanyl, and it very likely could have killed him, that knee to the neck certainly hit the fast forward button on whatever was going to happen that day.
Sure. It probably certainly caused some emotional extra distress for George, mixed with the drugs.
Fentanyl stops your heart. Having someone's knee on your neck while you're struggling against the police, which you shouldn't do, but having someone's knee on your neck while you're struggling is not going to help that whole heart-stopping situation. So it didn't help. But my God, I don't want to live in a country where Kanye's not allowed to say wild shit like that without having to pay hundreds of millions of dollars. It has now officially come down the pipe that George Floyd's daughter is now suing Kanye West for $250 million and has sent a cease and desist that he should no longer talk about George Floyd. I'm sorry, but where in the law does it say that just because someone died, you can't talk about them?
It doesn't. I don't think it says it anywhere.
I mean, people go out all the time and they say, I don't think John F. Kennedy was shot by Lee Harvey Oswald.
Right. That's a pretty common one, huh?
I mean, that's not anything that's been proven. You know, nobody's getting sued about a conspiracy theory over John F. Kennedy. So why can't people say something about George Floyd, especially something that may be an exaggeration of the truth, but it is anchored in something that did happen?
Sure. That was a pretty controversial court case.
We can look at that autopsy and we can see the doctor said, look, part of the reason this guy died is because he had a lot of meth and fentanyl in his system. Kanye was not technically wrong there. So the fact that Kanye's now being sued for $250 million, I do find this convenient that it's coming on the heels of the $1 billion judgment against Alex Jones. It seems like now these people who go against the commonplace ideas, the allowed thinking, are now going to be hitting the pocketbook because of this Alex Jones thing.
It's certainly opened the ideas up to everybody.
Roxy Washington, the mother of George Floyd's only daughter, Gianna, announced Tuesday she hired a team of lawyers to go after Ye, his business partners, and his associates for harassment, misappropriation, defamation, and infliction of emotional distress. They're seeking $250 million in damages. So the fucking single mom of George Floyd's kid is looking for a cheap, quick payday from Kanye.
Oh, yeah. She'll never have to work again.
She's using her baby daddy's memory to latch on for a $250 million payday from Kanye West. It's bullshit, man. And they're going to play the victim card. They're going to hide behind the fact that, oh, George, remember George? Oh, poor George. Wasn't that a racist, terrible thing our country went through? And they're going to use that, and they're going to play that card. And God, I hope Kanye doesn't settle. First of all, I hope a judge throws it out because it's a bullshit lawsuit.
I don't know if they will. I hope they do. Just like you said, I'm sure there'll be, if this does go to court, I'm sure there'll be something said about how awful it is that a black man would say such things about another black man that is passed to.
I mean, you're allowed, like you said, Kanye's not the only person who's ever said this.
No, but he, again, it kind of like the Alex Jones thing, he's the biggest name out here publicly saying these things. I mean, it doesn't matter if a you or me says it.
Here's my conspiracy theory. I think she's being talked into the lawsuit by, again, lawyers.
I thought that too. Yeah.
And I think the reason is it's not because of what Kanye said about George Floyd.
Could be a quick payday for the lawyer.
But I don't think that she's being talked into going after Kanye because of what Kanye's, the people talking her into it. They don't want to hit Kanye for what he's saying about George Floyd. They want to hit Kanye for what he's saying about Jews.
Oh, see, I wouldn't have gone there, I guess.
They want to shut this motherfucker up from saying the wild shit he's been saying. But here's again, with the TMZ article we talked about this morning, with the JP Morgan Chase thing, with all of this stuff. He says all this stuff that we would all just laugh off. But then people in these media and banking institutions then cancel him and go after him and try to shut him down and stop him. And you go, guys, stop doing that. You're just making him right in some people's eyes. If you would have just ignored this, like every other rant he goes on, it would have blown away in 2 days.
Sure. I actually feel like if they want to hit him for the stuff about Jewish people that he's saying, they might as well just do it off that, like say that he's slandering them.
You can't sue over that because you can't prove he's not going after an individual. So, an individual cannot sue Kanye West for saying something.
Like a class action thing.
No, you can't do that. If it's a generalization about a group, you're allowed to have that opinion. Because it's also not an opinion that you can prove or disprove.
No matter how many times certain things happen.
Because it's an entire group of people. It's too wide a net. So they can't get him in court, but they can get him for something else. They want to get Kanye for the George Floyd thing the same way they got Al Capone for tax evasion.
Okay.
They want to pin something on him, so he has to shut the fuck up. Shut this guy up. He's annoying us. That's the whole idea.
I understand that.
So I think with this George Floyd thing, I think the lawyers got in her ear right away. And they said, we can make you a fuckload of money and a nice quick settlement.
Oh, that wasn't very cool of him to say those things. We could make this all go away.
That's what I think. Thank you. So he's being sued for $250 million from George Floyd's baby mama. And we'll see how far this thing goes. Again, I hope it gets thrown out. I'm not saying what he said about George Floyd was factually correct, but you're allowed to say the things he said, clearly. Thank you to Decap for the $10 super chat. He says, Aaron, if things go poorly on my second stint with Bubba's show, can I intern on your little program here? You know what, Decap? I'm sure we could find some bits for you to do. We could put our heads together and come up with something, I'm sure. And also a big thank you to Novocaine with $5. He says, let's see those juicy sweats.
Thank God somebody requested it.
I tell you what. We hit the goal tonight before overtime or anything. The minute we hit the goal, I will stand up and model the juicy sweats.
They're pretty good. He does, in fact, have juicy sweats, by the way.
I absolutely promise you. Rain says that Snoop Dogg called Kanye a bitch-ass N. Snoop must still have albums he needs released. No, look, I understand where the shit Kanye's saying about Jewish people is wild, and probably most people...
It's because nobody can say it.
Yeah, look at it and they go... Holy shit, don't say that, man. That's wild. That's hateful. I'm sure most people do think it's hateful. I think what Kanye's saying about Jewish people, it's coming from a crazy person. Don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. Kanye's nobody's hero. Kanye's a fucking lunatic who probably does need some meds. But I think the general spirit of what Kanye's saying is at least worthy of a conversation.
Interesting.
I think it's worthy of a conversation.
I feel like it's definitely a private conversation that some people might have usually. But now the fact that somebody with such a big, name and visibility and such is out here just saying it.
I think you know who the other side of Kanye needs to call? The people who disagree with Kanye. They need to call Lieutenant Aldo Rain. And he goes, Kanye, you say another word about the Jews, I'm calling the Bear Jew out. That's what he needs to do. Stevie J. Oh, sorry, I lost the chat here for a second. Stevie J says so meth and fentanyl are safe to have in your own system. Is that the message they are sending? No, the message they're sending is we're gonna shut this fuck up. Some way, somehow, we're gonna shut this Kanye up.
In regards to that whole George Floyd court case, though, I do think it's kind of funny how it was semi-denounced, like the severity of having fentanyl and meth in your system compared to like what Derek did, which I think is totally awful, by the way, but they totally just kind of poo-pooed the drugs part.
They did. I think they were really worried about that one in the case, so they tried to downplay that as much as possible.
Sure did.
I do. Although...
Because suddenly meth and fentanyl are not bad for you.
Yeah, they can't kill you. There's no way. Decap says, wow, the intern is getting an intern. I'm so humble. Jesus Christ. You guys, now I open the floodgates for the intern thing. Now I'm going to live to regret it. I feel like. All right, guys, we got a couple of updates on some stories here coming up next. 1:35 away from tonight's goal. So we're well on our way to knocking that out and doing an extra half hour for you.
Thank you.
Again, if you become a VIP, Old Capitol, between now and Thanksgiving, Old Capitol Tavern is throwing in $25 gift cards to any new VIPs between now and Thanksgiving. And you know what? We should reach out to Derek and Tracy from Midland Armory because people can use those online and they can order from anywhere in the country. Maybe they want to throw something in for those VIP packages. Who knows? All right. We have an update on James Corden from last night. Remember, last night we were all very happy because that unfunny bag of douche, James Corden, seemingly got banned from Balthazar, an upscale restaurant in New York City.
Yep.
Because he's an absolute piece of shit to the help. James Corden is like that kid whose dad created a multi-billion dollar company, and now he thinks that he earned it. so he's a cunt to everybody.
He's grandfathered in.
Yeah, but like when his dad's a cunt to people, they're like, oh, well, he built the company and we need shit from him. So, he's kind of a dick, but we play ball.
Sure.
James is the kid who's just a little asshole for no reason, but you can't smack him around because his dad will get mad at you.
He's the boss's kid.
He's the boss's kid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now, since James is being canceled from his show, now he says he's stepping away. I think it's CBS going, dude, you fucking suck. And if you think we're giving you the Colbert slot when he's done, you're out of your fucking mind.
So they gave him the polite way to say, hey, I'm out of here.
They're going to let him play out his contract.
Yes.
And then walk away. So he's getting fired from CBS. So now people can finally come out and go, oh, good, this wannabe gay Broadway guy was never funny. He's an absolute prick. He's a douchebag. He thinks who the fuck he is. And I love that these stories are coming out. The first one was Keith McNally, the owner of Balthazar Restaurant. He took to Instagram and called him what did he call him? It was so great. I wonder if it's in this. I called him a tiny cretin of a man.
Ooh.
Keith McNally called
word.
James Corden a tiny cretin of a man. And he exposed him for yelling at waitstaff, yelling at managers, being a cunt. So finally the word is out. You can bitch slap James Corden whenever you want now. Because there ain't no daddy coming around to, fight his battles for him.
Sir.
Well, the ban lasted 24 hours because you know what James Corden did? He got down on those knees, he put the pads on, and he started sucking. Beta! James Corden has apologized to Balthazar owner Keith McNally, who went to Instagram to announce that Corden is no longer banned, saying Corden apologized profusely to him after he went public with a story accusing Corden of being the most abusive customer at the restaurant. Oh, that makes me happy.
I was just having a bad day, sir. Promise I'll never do it again.
But I love that Corden wanted this to go away. So he called the guy and went, look, I'm really sorry. Anything I can do, I would love to, but we can keep this just between the two of us. All right, James, you know what? You're unbanned. You can come to the restaurant. Oh, goody, because I weigh almost 300 pounds, and I love to eat way too much irresponsible amounts of fatty foods. So I'm glad you're allowing me back in your restaurant. So just don't tell anybody about this. I'd hate to ruin my image. So the minute James Corden hung up the phone, Keith McNally went to Instagram and goes, guess what I made this fucking pussy do? He apologized to me profusely. He offered to suck my dick. He begged me to come back to my restaurant. So I made him hang in there a little bit. I made him squirm, and then I let him come back in. Beta male.
Well, now he can't be caught being shitty to anyone ever, right? Otherwise, this is just like, it gets worse and worse for him.
Honestly, I think once he's done with this CBS show, we're done with James Corden.
Oh, no more music videos?
I hope not.
Vaccines?
I hope James is finished. James is the living embodiment of the guy who was made by a network. Nobody ever thought this fuck was funny. He was bullied by every major British comedian. Ricky Gervais hates his guts and thinks he's terrible. That line at the Golden Globes, the whole world saw James Corden as a fat pussy, and he was also in the movie Cats. Great joke. But that's what people think of James Corden.
I love Ricky.
The CBS network built him up and told a bunch of dumb fuckers that this guy was supposed to be something, so they all went and bought it. Plus, we live in a stupid country that thinks carpool karaoke is entertaining, so they said that he's good.
He's a company man.
He is. He's a company man. He plays the game, and he got his gig. But now he's so bad that even they've decided to go, fuck it, we can't keep this guy around anymore. I mean, I know our dicks stay drained. You know, we get him nice and serviced on a regular basis.
Yep.
But
no blue balls.
We get nothing but yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir out of James. But god damn, is he horrible and unfunny.
He's a little toothy.
You know, and he's starting to think who the fuck he is. So we're done with James Corden now. Variety has reached out to Corden's representatives for comment. Nothing. Almost like they didn't want this news getting out. A few hours before McNally rescinded the ban, he posted on Instagram that Corden was no longer welcome at the restaurant, calling him a tiny cretin of a man. McNally went on to share 2 stories where Corden complained to the staff because there was a little bit of egg white mixed in with the egg yolk on his omelet.
Imagine that, by the way.
Piece of shit.
Oh, no, I meant, can you imagine egg whites in your egg yolks?
Oh, God. I would be irate.
Just appalled.
That's when James Corden began yelling like crazy to the server, so on and so forth. And then there's the clip. Okay, so we're all caught up on that one. So James Corden got the knee pads out, sucked off the Baltazar owner, and now he can... Do you know how much of a fat boy you need to be to get on the phone and immediately start apologizing and groveling to a restaurant owner because you want to eat his food?
I was going to say, think about how damn good that food is.
All right.
You can't live without it.
Let's take a look. Baltazar, New York City.
Maybe this restaurant is why he's so fat.
Oh, that could be it. He eats at Baltazar so much and they use a lot of butter in the cooking. All right, so it looks like a New York restaurant. Nice little patio area.
Oh, that looks delicious. That's meh. Artisanal bread.
It's a nice bar.
Escargot.
Well, escargot. I mean,
So it's a French restaurant.
Yeah, I mean, it looks okay.
That looks awesome, I will say.
That looks good.
Yeah.
I'll give it to him.
I'd eat here
Yeah.
if I could afford it.
That looks like a nice place. Should we look at the menu menu for Baltazar?
Yeah, I'm sure it's
See
not cheap.
see what it's going to run you. Baltazar NYC menu.
All those poached eggs look delicious.
Dinner menu, Baltazar, New York. Hors d'oeuvres, $19, $20. Anywhere from $19 to $25. I mean, that's not
like break the bank.
Yeah, it's not horrible for some appetizers. What do we got?
You're treating yourself.
Oysters, $27 for Island Creek half dozen oysters. Shellfish, $21 for little neck clams. Half crab mayonnaise, $27.
Okay.
Their entrees, Dover sole fillet, $39. That's not remarkably expensive.
So I have a new thought then. Maybe this is his like, when you don't want to spend too much money, but you still want to go out for a nice dinner with your friends and pretend you're not broke.
I got to tell you, this place here, I haven't seen anything on the menu over $50 yet. I mean, there's tasting menus that are $185 and $135.
Yeah, but that's
for platters. That's a platter.
A whole thing.
That's like a whole platter. Nothing here over $50. Whole free range chicken. So an entire free range chicken is $81.
You can buy a whole chicken.
A whole chicken.
I'm sure he does.
And he does, right. That's actually not bad at all for like a place that celebrities go to.
Right. I'm kind of thinking that's the place he can get away with bringing all his like rich friends, but he doesn't look too cheap to go there because it's still good food.
Well, he likes all the butter they use because he got on that phone right away and he started sucking and he got his table back. Boy, he didn't even fight that hard for his job.
I know.
You know?
That restaurant's important.
It's really important to him, boy. All right, 135 away from our goal for overtime, so we're pretty close there. If you feel like chipping in, there's Streamlabs and PayPal. Otherwise, Super Chats and memberships count as well. Thank you guys very much. Guys, I'm not kidding. This is fucking insane. MN Vikings is emailing as the show's going on. You can tell this guy wants to be back in the chat so fucking bad. He wants my dick so fucking bad he can taste it. Oh, it's bothering him so much. And guys, he's also pointing out the goal. You're not going to make the goal. I bet you don't make the goal. Hey, guys, let's go ahead and piss off MN Vikings and knock it out tonight. 135 away from that goal. People are saying so creepy.
Can you block somebody's emails? Can you
will.
Just send it right to spam?
When I'm done smacking him around, I'll block his email. For sure.
That is right. You do that for sport, huh?
It drives him nuts whenever he gets blocked from anything. The less access he gets, the more crazy he gets.
Well, stop being a shit. I don't know.
I know. You could have just
been cool.
You could have just been cool. You don't know how to be cool. You don't belong in the room with these people.
That guy maybe had almost as many tries as Jake Hudson in the chat.
He had as many. As many, maybe more, I think. 135 away from our goal. Chris says the goal shall be reached. There you go. We knocked that goal out, and then MN Vikings gets very, very upset. Oink Oink says, "Can I send you a check instead of a super chat?"
We accept checks.
We'll meet you at a phone booth. Hey, we've got an update on the Amouranth situation. If you didn't hear about it, Amouranth was claiming that her husband, a husband who told her not to tell her streaming fans that she had a husband because it would ruin the business model.
It ruins the image.
She said her husband was keeping all of her money, controlling all of her accounts, threatening to murder her dogs if she didn't do a 24-hour stream. All this crazy stuff. He's mentally abusive, emotionally abusive. All of these accusations got slung around, and she did this stream where she is bawling her eyes out and she is crying crocodile tears and all of this stuff. 2 days later, she's streaming.
And is she still crying?
We've got some clips here for you. We'll play them in a second. But I've got to say that to the people who thought that this whole Amouranth thing was a work, this certainly lends some credence to what they're saying.
Got it.
You know how I said that when this whole thing happened, I go, I'm sure something's going down here. But I think it's a combination of two really toxic people.
Oh, yeah.
That should be apart from each other. There's two sides to this story. It's not just one-sided. It turns out that this thing may just be an over-dramatized, e-thought fucking partial breakdown. And now she's back out there streaming again. Oh, and by the way, I bet you she made a fucking fortune today.
Well, that and then...
I treat you right, Amouranth. I would never treat you that way, Amouranth. Here's 25,000 bits.
Keep simping.
I'm going to gift 100 subs to you, Amouranth, because I would treat you like the treasure that you are.
I would never kill your dogs.
No, that's a low bar, in fairness. Hey, Amouranth, here's 100,000 bits. I would never murder your animals. Wow, thanks. Appreciate
It'd probably make her really happy, actually.
Yeah, I mean, she'd love to hear that. 2 days after revealing abuse suffered at the hands of her husband, Caitlin Amouranth Siragusa returned to Twitch and assured fans that she's safe. Now seeking legal counsel, the streaming star is happy to be free. So let me get this straight. 2 days ago, he had all your money. He had all your bank accounts. He was going to give it all away. He was going to burn it in crypto, the whole deal. 2 days later, all of this is fine. You're looking into legal counseling. You've got all your money back. Your dogs are okay. Forgive me for being skeptical.
It seems like a quick turnaround.
If you had this big of a problem in your life, you are not back to streaming 2 days later.
I wouldn't be.
You are taking time off until this problem is solved.
It really doesn't seem... Like, if you go back to streaming that quickly, especially if you get right back into it and you don't have, like, a visible problem still.
Right.
It doesn't seem like there was ever something big to begin with.
Let's go ahead and check this out, and you guys can tell us what you think.
That was actually the first time that he's ever heard himself on a recording.
Wow, look at that. No tits out this time. She's being serious, you guys.
She probably heard what everyone said. Like, oh, you're going to cry on the phone with your husband, but you got your tits out, right?
Yeah, right.
Can't drop the bit for a little bit.
Exactly. She's like, oh, I better put a sweatshirt on to let people know I'm serious.
Yes, that's exactly it.
Wow.
As I told you guys before, previously when I recorded him, he would just like refuse to listen to recordings.
She's doped
She
up.
looks doped up.
She's doped up.
Something I was going to say, like, there's the way she's slumped and her whole face kind of just looks dopey. You're right.
Let me say this the proper way. I don't know if she's on anything.
No.
I have seen people who are on behavioral meds or antidepressants, and I've seen a certain glazed over look in their eye and a kind of a slumped appearance. And she has that same appearance right now as someone that I've seen before that's been incredibly doped up.
Okay. Yeah.
Legally,
no, I can understand
legally
that.
doped up.
Yep.
So I'll put it that way.
Etc. So he would never actually hear them. And I think that when he heard himself on that call, it really sunk in.
Time out. She's going back. I'm calling it right fucking now. She's going back.
I'll say right now, I never thought they were going to split up. Like, just because the thing that she does for a living, you two have kind of got to be somewhat crazy to do that together. Like, he's got to be crazy to be in that picture. And then, like, the weird lack of dignity driven things that she does, like, they're both crazy. They deserve each other at this point.
April,
And
he saw the bruises that he left on me this time,
And
and
he's sorry.
really sorry, and
Yeah.
he's going to get help, and he's going to change.
Yes.
Something tells me this is not the first time that Amouranth has been in this position in a relationship before.
No, not even just this one.
This is probably a habit. That's what I mean, in other relationships in the past. Oh, Christ. Everybody can see this from a mile away, and it's like you don't care enough about Amouranth to go, oh, honey, you're fucked. Don't do what you think you're going to do. I'm more of the attitude, I'm going to sit back and watch this.
Well, yeah, there's nothing you can do specifically.
No, what I'm saying is, nor do I want to.
Yeah,
Fuck,
you just want to keep watching.
honestly, fuck these people. Fuck all of these people who are like this. They're weak, and I don't want him around anymore. So I don't want to get in the way of whatever course nature's going to take with someone like this. If you're going to be in relationships like this, and you are going to get sometimes literally smashed over the head with the warning sign, and you do nothing about it but do the same thing, then you're insane. And until you get help for being insane, I don't care.
It is true. We can only feel bad for you to a certain degree. Let's say he truly is abusive. If you still don't want out and you still keep believing you can fix him, there's nothing to be done for you.
He threatened to according to you, he threatened to murder your dogs and burn all your money. Oh, but he heard himself this time and he thought it sounded crazy, so he's gonna work on that.
So scale that back.
How much of an asshole he is.
No. An asshole is he made you go to a really important doctor's appointment by yourself. That's being an asshole. Threatening to murder your dogs is a psychopath, darling. That is a completely different type of human being. Asshole is he left you at the bar and drove himself home. That's an asshole. Threatening to murder your dogs and steal all your money is a criminal. It's a different thing.
There's something seriously going on with her in this video, though. I don't know if you're listening to like the weird, like airy giggles she's giving to everything too. She almost sounds just high.
In my opinion, she's medically
I agree.
altered.
Like this is all
Yeah.
speculation, of course.
So you never fucking realized, idiot. Anyways. So as of today, though, I have access to all of my accounts and finances again. He's not here. He's getting help. And I'm seeking legal and emotional counsel.
Yeah, she's fucked up.
So basically, I'm guessing what happened is that he gave her access to her accounts, or she always had it to begin with.
Yeah.
And she was just kind of making a big scene about it.
He got access to the accounts. She got access to the accounts like the next day. He's yelling about killing your dogs and burning all the money. And then the next day goes, oh, by the way, I put you back on all the accounts.
Yes, to make good for the things you said. And his getting help is probably, oh, I'm looking for a counselor, or I'm going to go talk to my doctor.
This is fucked, man.
You know.
This is absolutely fucked.
That does seem quite fucky.
Crack Babies with $5 says MN Vikings is probably related to that creep at Raleigh's. There's a chance. Al's Chicken Farm with $30 over on PayPal. Wow, thank you, Al's Chicken Farm. Appreciate that. So that puts us right there, $100 away from our goal tonight. Thank you, guys. We're getting very, very, very close. Cliff F says this story seems suspect from year one. Don John Smith says, Steel Toe, you are going to get some heat with what you are saying here. That's fine. Don John Smith, you might be new to our show. You will get to know this over time. I don't give a fuck. I don't live on my YouTube channel. I do my show. I check the stats every once in a while. I upload some videos. And I just kind of walk away from it. I moderate the comments. I'll hit like on all the comments, whether they like me or they don't. It doesn't really bother. I've been broadcasting for way too long. I have a callous to criticism, if you will.
Not only that, but at least for me, there's nothing in it for me if she's telling the truth or not. Yeah. I'm just kind of observing at the time.
There's a thing here. There's a thing here, Don John Smith, that the only thing that really bothers me is if it comes from a real fan, because that kind of feels like, oh, man, you've kind of stabbed me in the back. That kind of sucks. But like if you're like, oh, man, people on YouTube are going to give you shit for this take. I hope they do, and I hope they spell the show's name right, and I hope they play the clip, and I hope they tell everybody about our show. I mean, hey, every little bit helps. Don John Smith says, these people are so off with what they are saying here. Well, hey, man, I would welcome you to give us your take and tell us where we're getting it wrong rather than just saying, oh, your takes are such bullshit.
That's fine. Maybe she is completely telling the truth. Maybe everything she has said, is serious. And the thing is, we don't have the other side of the story either. Plus, we don't live in their home. We have no idea. None of us do.
I'm going to tell you this. My theory, first of all, yes, you're right. We don't live in their home. But you broadcast this shit to everybody. Yep. So suck my dick with the idea of privacy. You annoy us with your bullshit. We get to comment on your bullshit. Leave the drama shit behind closed doors where it belongs, and then people won't comment on it. People didn't know that Johnny Carson once went to where he thought his wife at the time was sleeping around with some guy with a pistol ready to fucking kill her. That story didn't get out because they kept that shit behind closed doors back then.
I was going to say, I think I told you privately a couple days ago when this came out, like, the only reason I could see as a woman to broadcast that type of a phone call is if I needed everyone to see how absolutely shitty you were. You know, otherwise this seems like a really private matter. So definitely when you put that out there, we get to have opinions on it.
And then don't stream it and say, oh my God, I'm so terrified. He's the worst guy in the world. And then 2 days later go, guys, it's okay. Oh no, I'm sorry. Guys, it's okay. I got all my accounts. He's getting help. So, hey, we're going to continue on like nothing's happened.
Oh no, she's Gila Klein.
You know what? She makes Gila Klein look like The Rock in terms of charisma.
Excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don John Smith says, oh man, you guys are worse than Keem. Keem is a fucking pussy compared to me. Keem still has shit he has to worry about. I got nothing. Nothing. I got my show. I crank out a little bit of money for myself and April and the guys we work with. We just clear the bar every month, and we got our business and we do our thing. I'm in a beautiful spot. I ain't got nothing to lose like Keemstar does. And if we're worse than Keem, then maybe this show ain't for you, because when you say we're worse than Keemstar, I go, hey, thanks for the compliment. I appreciate that. Marcus, I tell you what, why don't you call back in a second? I'll get the phones hooked up here properly, and you can give us your take on this whole thing. I mean, I think both of these two, Amouranth and her husband, are both fit for a straitjacket. I think they're both probably nuts. I heard him on the phone. He's got a problem. I saw her now, and I saw her on the live stream, and I saw her freak the fuck out when her friend asked, hey, have you taken your meds? And she immediately shut the stream off. There's something wrong with both of these two. They're both fucked.
I agree with this guy in our chat right now, Jack Floyd. This makes me sick. Everyone feeling sorry for her on the internet, and then she just goes right back. That's kind of what makes everyone that thinks this is a work think that, right?
These simps are fucking hopeless, man. These simps are completely hopeless. The Gravy Show says, Gravy Show. The Gravy Show.
I've never been more proud to have you.
Thank you. Says she's always been kind of crazy, but she has the whiny opiate voice going on in the. Yeah, this sounds like downers, if you ask me.
Yep.
One person saying, shut up and show your breasts. There you go. It's nice that they're not saying it to you for a change. Right?
No, everyone just says I don't have any.
Oh, Derek from Texas says, April is so pretty tonight.
Oh, thanks, Derek.
To which Michael B just simply says, getting fat, Aaron.
Fuck.
It's very sweet of you.
Wait till you see them cheeks later for overtime.
Yeah. Stevie J says, Gordy is worth worrying about. Dude, if it came down to $10 million, I ain't worried about Gordy.
Can you imagine if I got on the show one day alone, like I got on a stream and I said, Aaron's threatening to kill Gordy and all this shit, and I had a mental breakdown on the show, and then 2 days later we're doing a show like this, no problem. So you cause all of that stir, all of that worry, and all that shit just for you to go back to the guy, and everyone's like, well, what the fuck do I care for?
First of all, you shouldn't be on a stream if that's happening. You should be on the phone with the fucking police department.
Yes.
You shouldn't be streaming.
You should be getting your family to come help you move out.
Oh,
You should be getting safe. So
Clickster says, so you don't need a 9 to 5 if YouTube fails? Dude, if YouTube fails, I'm fucked. I gotta go sell houses and cars. Are you kidding me? That's what I mean.
I'll go get a job.
We're just cranking this shit out.
Yeah.
As long as we can keep our fingernails on the ledge, we'll stick around.
I'm resilient.
The Gravy Show says Steel Toe is greater than Keemstar. I like Keemstar, but I would be... What kind of guy would I be if I didn't think my show was better than his? I'm a far better host than Keemstar is. It's not his fault. He's a drama channel guy, and I do a talk show. I should be better at a talk show than he is.
I also think most show hosts should have faith that they're better than somebody else.
Keemstar's better at tolerating salvo pancakes than I would be. Yeah. He deserves that. Absolutely. You wear steel toe boots. Keem wears flip-flops. I got bad news. Keem and I both wear flip-flops. Who is Keem and why do I hate him so much, says Stevie J. So did that guy leave? That guy that was... I wanted his take on the whole Amouranth thing. Did he just get mad at me and leave?
I don't know. I wish he would have at least said what his take is. I don't like that when people come in here and say, oh, you're so off base on this, but then not say how we should be thinking.
Do you have any idea how interested I am in those people's takes?
Oh, I bet so interesting.
I am. No, I really am. I'm interested in hearing them because he goes, he's all full of piss and vinegar. talking about how big of a piece of shit I am and how terrible my take is and how it's worse than Keemstar. I'm like, okay, now let's hear your idea. Let's hear what you're thinking about this whole deal. And then
Change my mind.
yeah, change my mind. I'm like that douchebag Crowder. Sage, hold on a minute.
Sage Retard PhD KF
With a $10 super chat says, did you enjoy the college football skit I sent you? You can lie and say you watched it even if you didn't. It's cool. I'm married and used to being let down. Aww. I have not watched it yet, but I will. I will be very honest with you. I'm going to watch it. I'm just very excited about what we have for tonight's show. Sure. And I didn't have any room for tonight. So we'll check it out at some point here. Shane F. says, we would be saying, what did you do to Aaron, you horrible wife, if that happened to you?
And honest to God, if something that severe went down between the two of us, like he's threatening to kill dogs and all this shit, he's locking me out of like our financial accounts and stuff. Yeah. That needs to be a one-time event where you get out, right? It doesn't matter who did it to who. Like that other person just needs to exit that relationship, right?
Cliff F says, Aaron, you may be nuts, but you give me a good preview of future lol cows, right? I mean, Chad Zumock, Tony Michaels. I got the inside track on a lot of tomorrow's best lol cows. I'm like,
it's very fun.
I'm like the punk rock scene of lol cows.
Oh,
there you go. What?
Fuck.
So here's what we've got tonight for overtime. Seeing as we're only $95 away from our goal, and I'm pretty sure we're going to knock it out tonight. We've got Right On, episode 1.
Very exciting.
With our girl, KelMarie. Heaven. That lady. Her first episode came out. That's going to be wonderful. I got some Opie, and I got some Brendan Schaub for overtime tonight.
I'm always down for Brendan, of course, because that's one of my favorites, I guess. No matter what he says, it's always completely retarded.
I have a great clip of Brendan Schaub saying something on his show and then looking it up to prove to someone going, no, that's not true, Brendan. He goes, oh, yeah, fuck you, watch, I'll look it up. And then reading in real time himself be debunked and then bragging about it.
Oh, buddy.
It's wonderful.
That's a guy I want to be friends with just to bring places, and like all the other friends and I are in on this thing where we just listen to him and laugh together.
We also put the Brendan clip from last week up today. The one where he wouldn't let TJ Miller speak and where Happy Hippocratum is the one that makes him speak so well.
Oh, yeah. I remember he was talking about the gerbil drinking the water, and it was just everywhere.
It was so funny that he wouldn't fucking let his guests talk.
No, be the gerbil in the water.
Remember that? And we're like, oh boy.
No, I don't. Will you do it one more time?
No, I'm not going to do it the way he did it. I am not going to fall into that goddamn trap.
Fine.
I tell you. They're saying Brendan's CTE is going into overdrive. Yeah, we got some Brendan tonight during overtime. I promise you. $95 away from that goal. If you feel like chipping into our show and knocking out that goal, we'll add another 30 minutes onto the program. There's the Streamlabs link and the PayPal link. Otherwise, Super Chats and memberships count as well. So whatever you feel comfortable doing, however you feel comfortable doing it.
Thanks,
There's
guys.
the link in the chat, and we are only 95 away. And a nice mix of people, too. It's nice to see everybody getting in on the act, man. That is cool.
The evening shows are always fun. See a lot of new people.
Derek from Midland Armory in Foley with $20. Thank you very much. Midland Armory in downtown Foley, midlandarmory.com.
Thanks, buddy.
Of course, for all your firearms needs, order from anywhere in the country. And Derek, you know, if you're checking it out tonight, Salzer at Old Capitol wants to put $25 Old Capitol gift card into each VIP package between now and Thanksgiving. If you want to do the same, just let us know. Could be kind of fun. $75 away from overtime now. Holy shit. Thank you guys very much. Looks like we're going to get there nicely.
Thank you.
If you want to go on that last run to push it over the edge, sounds good. You want to watch the most disgusting story I have tonight?
I love a good disgusting story.
It's Florida.
Naturally.
And I tell you what, they are... this one's top notch. I mean, this one is...
You know, you can say that, but what is top notch for Florida? Because they do it all.
This is pretty fucked up for Florida.
Okay.
This is pretty fucked up for Florida. Let's go to this one. I'm not even going to set it up for you. Not even going to set it up.
It's a story you'll only see on 13 tonight. A woman says she got a sexually transmitted disease after the janitor at her office got a hold of her water bottle.
That janitor.
Now, wait, time out. Now, wait a minute. April. Just because the janitor got a hold of your water bottle, how could you get an STD?
I'm going to guess that there's something in the water after certain things entered said water.
You're saying he may have jacked off in her water?
A little bit.
Okay. You've had cum on and inside your body. It's not easy to get a load into that narrow. I mean, take a look at this. April's got a bottle of Dr. McGillicuddy's.
Nobody was supposed to see that
because
bottle.
she's drinking it with an energy drink tonight. She's taking shots live on the air. Could you imagine blowing a load into that? It would be extremely difficult. You'd have to put the head of your penis right there on the tip of it, get the whole of your cock, get your urethra right there.
You could do it.
In the bottle and shoot a load in there. Once the load starts going, your dick's going to move, though. I mean, you'd have to hold that bad boy steady.
It does flex. Those things flex a lot.
They do. They're flexible monsters. Those peni, if you will.
Why do you know about multiples? You should only know your one dick.
To be a good penis officer, officer must know and love penises. In fact, a good penis officer must have a little penis in his blood.
Oh.
Now with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Wait,
Jesus Christ.
Time out. Look, I'm as proud of my dick as the next guy.
Yeah.
But deadly weapon, that's a little egotistical.
That depends. What is that fucking deadly weapon carrying? If it's AIDS, it might kill somebody.
It's black.
Oh.
Well, then it's like a goddamn shillelagh. What are you going to do?
13 reporter Jessica Willie spoke to the victim and joins us live with more on this truly disturbing case. Jessica.
Yeah, the victim says her life is forever changed after what this man allegedly did. She suspected he was tampering with her water bottles when he cleaned her office after hours.
Take your water bottles with you wherever you go. Ladies, treat the job like you treat a bar. If you go somewhere, bring your drink with you.
I don't want to sound like a paranoid bitch, but I won't, like, at my last job at a factory, just as a goof, I know people fuck with people's shit sometimes. I don't leave my drink anywhere.
Anybody ever put booze in people's drinks?
At
work?
Factory? No.
Oh, that'd be a fun.
No, it's just you just don't know. Or you don't know if somebody's going to go drink out of your water, and that's a gross alone.
Yeah.
Video confirmed her suspicions. Some of these details.
Oh, she's got video?
Thank God, right?
This
you can prove
individual.
it.
Why is Oz moonlighting at a Florida office?
Why does he have such a tan?
I don't understand it.
Is a sick man.
50-year-old Lucio Diaz inside the victim's office last month to clean. Her water bottle out in the open. What happened next is disturbing.
Pulls out his penis and proceeds to stick his penis into my water, probably, I would say maybe halfway in.
Oh, that's a tiny dick.
That's
then.
a little dick.
That's a little wiener guy. Because you can't.
He was able to snake his cock
big.
down a water. Now, I understand it can be mushy if it's really soft.
You can't come when it's soft, though.
You can't come when it's soft, April. That's a very good point. That is a tactical miss on this guy's part. But I mean, to just be able to fit it in the water bottle that's the most embarrassing part of this story. That's the part of the story I'd want sequestered in court.
It's both disturbing, sad, and impressive that you have a dick that small that you can fit it halfway into a water bottle.
Right.
Tilt the bottle back and basically rinse his penis into my water.
The same thing caught on camera not once but 2 days in a row, says the victim, who does not want to be identified. With the police
Yeah,
investigation.
because you don't want to be known as fucking water bottle fucky.
Water bottle dick lady.
Yeah.
Now she has an STD.
You don't want to be known as cock bottle lady.
Oh, God.
Still underway. She shared only this still image from video that ABC 13 watched.
I was very, very scared. And I immediately thought, what if he has a disease?
In late August, she noticed a foul smell in the employee water dispenser like this one.
No.
Oh, God.
No. Is he pissing or coming in it? Is he pissing or coming?
Oh, he's...
Foul smell? I would say that's
smell,
piss.
That's piss. It's got to be piss. I mean...
cum smells delicious, right?
And you'd probably see... not only that, but you would probably see cum, right? cum is not clear. It's got like a cloudiness to it. So
You'd
even if
see
it was
kind of
rinsed in.
the worm-like.
Yeah, but if you pissed
strings.
into it, there's a chance not only your piss is clear that day, but it can get diluted in there.
Yeah, the foul smell would be piss.
It's just
at the
ball
doctor's
scent from
office where
rubbing
she
on it.
works on the East Freeway. Then in late September, she thought her own water bottle had been tainted with urine. Sure enough, court records say a urinalysis confirmed it.
Oh, no. I mean, that is a test you're having run, and you're just going, please let me be crazy.
Fingers crossed.
Please let me be crazy. Please let me be crazy.
I will be medicated. I don't care. Just let me be.
I hope I'm insane. I really do.
Spy camera she bought that left no questions, she says, and further testing brought devastating news to the married mother of two.
I learned that I acquired an STD.
Do you want to guess what it is?
He has also come back as having.
Okay.
Okay, that's fucking gross.
It could be chlamydia,
gonorrhea,
not herpes. It wouldn't be herpes.
crabs.
Wouldn't be crabs.
No crabs.
You can't drink crabs and get it. It would kill the lice.
You can drink gonorrhea.
Yeah. That's one that can get into your
all
blood.
of these, I feel herpes actually would have made sense to me because it can be on your mouth.
It's a virus, I suppose.
Yeah, I think you could get herpes.
I'm going to say herpes, chlamydia, gonorrhea. Those are my three guesses.
What if it's like HIV or something?
Oh, God. No, you can't get AIDS from drinking piss.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Tested positive for.
Did he violate you?
Of course.
Did he violate piss in your water bottle, lady? What kind of fucking newsroom do you work in?
You kill her, right?
Yeah, I mean, Jesus. Well, I was worried. I think pissing in a water bottle of a stranger might be borderline. Wait, what? Hold on. What?
Yeah, ma'am, what do you consider violating?
Yeah. Excuse me, Jackie Onassis. Do you consider yourself a mourner of your husband's death?
God.
Yeah, I think so.
He did. That's what he did to me. He gave me an STD that I will have for the rest of my life. Nothing's going to change.
Hey.
Oh, herpes.
Yeah, because that eliminates gonorrhea and chlamydia.
Yeah,
then.
she definitely got herpes.
That's too bad.
Oof. Well, you're going to look stupid.
She's a ruined woman now
Once-
because
yeah.
somebody pissed in her water bottle.
Somebody pissed in her water, and now you got to have a crazy-ass crab face once every year or so.
Don't you just get bothered now looking at any water bottle if you're her? You can't use one anymore.
You definitely take steps to cover your drink at all times.
Yeah.
Change it. Nothing's going to make it better for me.
For the next 6 months, every time someone says, I have to go to the bathroom, she's going to chuck her water into the yard. You can't piss in it! Like, whoa, Michele, calm the fuck down, all right?
Needs therapy for pissing her water.
Promise you. Hey, guys, where's the restroom? I have to use it. No, you can't have my water! We're not going to invite her for a while until she's okay. I'm worried about
Let's just
this.
get you some help. honey.
Yikes.
In fact, I feel like for the rest of my life, I'm just going to have to be careful.
Diaz has been
No,
charged with
that's the thing. You don't have to anymore. You have the herpes. You're free.
And that's how Aaron lives his life now. He's like,
Right.
I've been violated. Now I just violate.
You don't have to worry about it anymore. You've got the herpes. You're good.
Can you imagine Aaron with AIDS? He's over here. I've already got it. What the fuck else can I do?
All right. Let's just see if we can go get monkeypox and make the 8.
Oh, God.
You ever fuck a Riverlands girl?
aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Court records show he is currently
Look at this
in
guy.
ICE custody. The Mexican national's
ICE.
immigration.
Oh, we're in
no.
ICE custody. So an illegal pissed in your water bottle and gave you herpes. Boy, if that doesn't make
God.
you a Republican, I don't know what does.
Boy, sharing a disease with that guy the rest of your life. That's not good.
I think if an illegal gives you herpes, you're definitely racist for a while.
Yeah, but you can't be mad at her for it, right?
No, it's kind of one of those things like if a black guy mugs you and beats you within an inch of your life, and then that person, you catch them using the N-word about it, you're like, yeah, not nice. You shouldn't say that, but like,
Think about this.
Yeah.
If he's in ICE custody, how much trouble is that fucking company in now? Because not only did they hire him to have him in there, that ICE, this immigrant guy, this illegal immigrant, gave her an STD, and he shouldn't have been there.
First of all, our immigration laws are a fucking joke. And what'll happen is this workplace, if they're even questioned about it, will show paperwork that this guy turned in, and they'll go, well, we didn't know it was fake paperwork.
Well,
we were duped.
That's tough because he shouldn't have been there, and because he was there, she got an STD.
Right.
Okay,
I mean,
that seems a bit fucky to me.
A white trash janitor definitely would hide meth in your desk, but they wouldn't piss in your water.
I'd rather them hide meth in my desk.
There's a goddamn line here.
Immigration and work status unclear. The victim says he continued to work at the building even after management was notified. She is working with an attorney.
They have a duty.
Oh, boy.
See, they're in big trouble. I think you're wrong.
The business is in big trouble. Civilly, yes, but like criminally, no. That's what I meant. I don't think ICE is going to bring charges against them. But this woman
can.
Yeah. Well, not she can't bring charges against them, but she can sue them.
Right.
Big time. He's the one who's going to face charges. The company will face liability in a lawsuit.
I do believe they'll get sued, yeah.
Yeah.
To protect everybody that is in that building, especially the tenants that pay their rent there, and they wholly failed in those duties and responsibilities.
Oh, yeah.
The building's owner, Altera, responded, saying management cooperated with Houston police as soon as they were made aware. Quote, they were advised by the police to not alert or approach the alleged perpetrator so that he could be arrested. He was arrested.
Oh, see him. She's bitching. She's like, that might be their cover in a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Where the manager will go, hey, the cops told us not to fire him because if we did, he'd know something was up and he might run. So we kept him there so the cops told us to keep him there.
You let the bad guy keep doing the bad things just so he doesn't get scared off.
Right.
Turn to the building.
He assaulted me. He took away my peace of mind.
HPD major
He took his piece and took away yours. How ironic.
Fuck.
Investigators believe more people have been infected and more charges could follow. This victim says she wants Diaz to pay.
If I'm going to be worried about this the rest of my life, I think he should too.
Well, if they're going to send him back to Mexico, that is a level of paying.
He's going to have worse things to worry about now.
Yeah. You know how much harder he's going to have to work to get back across the border? Oh, it's going to be terrible. We're watching the chat go crazy during this story.
I'm not used to the chat going like this.
Yeah, when I go away from the chat to do the story, it takes the chat a while to catch up. I'm seeing a lot of good stuff in here, but I can't stop the chat long enough to fucking... Thank you, I say Gutierrez with the $2. He says, thank you, Frosk. G4 is officially no more, right? We talked about that last night.
Good one, Frost.
Thank you very much to G4 for their nearly 1 year of entertainment.
Couldn't make it till the 16th of November.
Couldn't quite make it to the 16th of November. Not close.
Sorry, guys.
She now has to carry a wet burrito for life, says Rain.
Oh.
I'm sure there's a classier way to put that. Rain just didn't have time, you know?
No, I think he summed it up.
He's like, hey, look, in comedy, it's about timing. And in this case, I didn't have time to think of a better one, so wet burrito it will have to be. $75 away from our goal tonight. Let's finish it up before we even get to the offering plate segment, guys. That would be cool. I can update you that MN Vikings has emailed me at least twice more. He is panicking that we're getting close to the goal. He's pointing out, you missed it the first two morning shows. Right. But we're not missing it tonight, my friend. So he really doesn't like that. That makes me happy. He's going to be really mad when I block his email when I'm done smacking him around.
It's so obsessive, man.
Just a jealous girlfriend.
He really does want to fuck you.
Yeah, and dude, you weren't going to ever be on the show. I don't know what you think you got cheated out of. Jay says, please read those emails. I'll read you the last one. I'm not kidding, dude. There's too many of them. He sent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 so far just during the evening show. I'll read you the last one because, again, there's just too many. I'm sorry. Austin writes, I'm sorry, I'll just read the name that's on the email. He said he's MN Vikings. I don't know. The name on the email is Austin.
Oh, so this guy, Austin, is claiming to be...
He's claiming to be MN Vikings, but I have no idea. So Austin, the email says Austin V, says, dude, you are 200 away from the goal. No, we're not. We're 75 away from the goal. If you guys want to go 125 over, I mean, we'll put that towards tomorrow's morning show because Wednesdays usually fall a little bit short. But we'll see. Dude, you are 200 away from the goal. Aaron, keep losing money. We haven't lost money yet.
I don't think so.
I mean, the profit margin of this show is like, that much.
I guess
but we're not
know.
losing money yet.
Maybe this guy's better than you do.
That's true. Maybe he's my accountant.
Uh-oh.
You don't say what I say in message because you're scared.
Oh, so
You're a pussy bitch.
So he wants you to read it.
Oh, okay. Well,
do tell.
I mean, I guess I'm a pussy bitch now. But
in them sweatpants? No way.
No, not in these sweatpants that I'm wearing tonight. Well, there you go, guys. There's MN Vikings. He seems very stable.
Always has.
He is. You can tell in that email he is not happy, and he is making every cope excuse he can in the world that we're within double digits of the goal tonight. He does not like that. He watches every show. He's a massive fan, yet he's rooting against us. That's very hurtful.
No matter what show it was, I can't ever imagine being someone who emails a host of the show and like stalks them essentially.
I got to tell you, man.
Show.
I got to be honest with you. That's love, if you ask me.
It's obsession. Really.
Yeah, I think it's obsession, but it's also there's a lot of like man crush going on there, I think. Marcus says Erin's dick must be fantastic for this guy to ride it so much. I mean, ask her. Maybe she'll be able to tell you something.
I don't want to tell Austin how good your dick is.
Oh, okay. Turtle says, poor widow baby needs attention from daddy. I mean, it does kind of seem that way, doesn't it? April's deer stand says, but you're our pussy bitch, cuck. What? Thanks,
it is
buddy.
true.
Mr. Monkeypox says MN Vikings is probably one of the Somali pirates that kidnapped Tom Hanks. Oh, my God.
Fuck.
I had no idea.
Did they steal your bird bath too?
They might. Yeah, they might have. Rain wants you to tell them, and Chris says he clearly wants your hog, Aaron. Well, I'm flattered, but I'm taken. I'm sorry. So $75 away from the goal. There's the Streamlabs and the PayPal. You guys can choose. If you're someone who says fuck PayPal, I've accommodated you. I've done the Streamlabs thing, so you guys can do either one.
Here, without giving away the whole farm, Aaron's dick could never fit in a water bottle.
Yay! My dick can't fit in a water bottle. My dick can't fit in a water bottle. That's pretty fun.
He has to give herpes other ways.
How about one of those big Powerade bottles, though? It could fit in there.
No.
Those are large. I mean, I don't want to sit here and be a dick and act like a really cool fucking guy.
All right.
So
maybe the wide mouth Gatorade bottles he could sneak into.
Yeah, the wide mouth Gatorade. But I mean, who has a cock that?
Why do you do this to yourself?
Who has a cock that big? The wide mouth Gatorade bottle, for Christ's sake.
Ron Jeremy.
Yeah, look where it got him. He's in jail for raping people. So I'll take my more normal sized penis.
What are you gonna do though with a dick
charges.
that big?
$75 away from our goal tonight. And what are we, 15 minutes away from the offering plate segment? Cool. Let's knock that out. PayPal, super chats, and memberships. They all count. All right.
Somebody said Aaron's got a paint can.
Oh.
That's very funny.
I'm not going to let them not think that. You know.
He walks around with a paint can.
I'm not here to make them think that I don't.
I've heard of a Pringles can before, never a paint can.
It's not my job to let these people down.
More like a nail polish bottle.
Whoa, what the fuck?
The black color.
Go back to paint can. I like that one better. Skeptical Skeleton's now calling me Chota Boy. Thank you.
Oh, no.
Appreciate that very much. Chota Boy.
Oh.
Chota Boy.
Aaron the grower.
Aaron the grower, not Aaron the shower. That's what they always say. All right, let's continue on with what we've got going on tonight before we get to that offering plate segment and knock out the rest of tonight's goal. Holy dick fuck. Patrick with $75.
Uh-oh.
Knocking out tonight's goal. Guys, now you're working
Cheers
on...
to Patrick.
Patrick, thank you very much. Now you're working on tomorrow. We have officially wiped out the $200 we were behind from the last two morning shows. We're moving forward. We're not worrying about that shit. If you guys want to start working on Wednesday, go ahead and work on Wednesday, $5-10 at a time. But you have knocked out the goal tonight. Thank you, Patrick. And I promised you guys...
Oh, my God.
I promised I would show you my pink juicy pants if we knocked out the goal tonight. So therefore... I'm a man of my word. These are insanely comfortable. There you go. These were, who gave me these? Yul Gibbons.
Yul
Gibbons gifted me these. And there you go. There you go.
Oh, you can't see it.
Oh, wait. Is it in my ass crack? Oh.
There you go.
All right. There we go. There's my... There you go. Hold on.
I've never been so proud.
I can't do that because every time I try to bounce my ass up and down, I tighten my ass muscles.
No, you've got... Your family, like, doesn't have ass. Like, remember you used to call it the Imholt butt?
Imholt butt,
You'd tease the kids that they all had... Like, you've got an Imholt butt because it's just flat as fuck.
Remember when we told the oldest that one time as a joke, like you have an Imholt butt, and then she went out and ran and told everybody that she has an Imholt butt?
Yeah, it's not the compliment you think it is.
I don't think she understood.
It's not good.
What we meant. Thank you very much to Jeep ZJ. He says, nice cheeks, Aaron, and throws us $5. Look at that. $5 for me showing my ass. I got to tell you, I've never felt like a bigger whore. Never felt
You like it, though.
like a bigger whore.
I bet you love that.
I'm kind of a tease. Here's what I'll do. I'll put the, here. I will put another thing in because people are chipping in more now, and I'm not going to stop them from doing that. Now, on to tomorrow's goal, if you want. Oh,
Electric Shoes says someone's been skipping squat days. Aaron is definitely definition of the guy who skips leg day.
I may be skipping leg day. We actually skipped all gym day today. I have a fight coming up on the 5th, and I am not where I need to be.
Aaron didn't really have a reason. I kind of had a weird day where something put me mentally in a bad place, and I kind of just wanted to go home. And that's not a good excuse either, but
I was just a sleepy boy. And it was one of those things where if I went to the gym, it would be get home, go right down here, start working on the show, and then grab something to eat quick, and then do the show. And it just felt rushed. I didn't like it.
I just had a weird day and I called it off.
Thank you very much to Ryan the Garbage Man for $5. He says for April's mom jeans. So you guys are now $10.
Oh no.
You guys are
no
now
mom jeans here.
$10 into tomorrow's goal, which is very, very cool. MN Vikings will be waiting for your email, sir, since we know you're listening to the program. We have knocked out our goal this evening and we are already $10 into tomorrow. I'd really like to know how you feel about that. Yeah. Because I feel pretty fucking good. Skeptical Skeleton says China buffet pants. Oh, that reminds me. Oh. I have some Ed and Michele if you guys are interested.
I'm always interested.
All right, guys, what would you like first? I think we're going to save Opie for tomorrow. Is that okay?
Yes.
Because I've got Ed and Michele and Right On. You guys can pick two. All right? You got, Phage Live says, great ass, Aaron, and throws in another $5 super chat. Thank you very much for that.
There you go.
And you guys are being very generous to Corey and the Wednesday show, helping knocking out that goal for tomorrow. There's the link to the PayPal and the Streamlabs if you'd like to do that. All right, guys, you get to choose two. Ed and Michele, Right On Show, and Opie. Those are the three I have. Pick two. We'll see which one gets most of them.
My votes would go for the Right On Show and Ed and Michele.
I say Right On. You know what? I'm not going to give my vote on which two. Let's see what everybody thinks. We got Opie, Gregorio, Right On. Opie tomorrow. Ed and Michele and Right On. Ed and Michele are a must. Well, here's what we'll do. I've got some stories we can do. Who is next? Opie, Ed and Michele, or Right On Ep1. All right, there you go, guys. There's a poll up right now. We'll leave that up for about 5 minutes or so, and you guys can let us know what you think. There's the links to tomorrow's goal if you want to do that, and then right below that is the poll of what you'd like to see next or see during overtime tonight. The top two vote getters will be the two segments we do because I think we're going to have time for both. Okay. 2 out of the 3. And right now, Ed and Michele, people love Ed and Michele.
I love them. Do you know how happy I am? I brought up the Bonanza thing the other night. I didn't know they had any more videos than that.
People love.
They're so good.
The Ed and Michele program.
We didn't drive by Bonanza today.
We'll get there. It is very close though. It's currently Ed and Michele, and then Opie and Right On are pretty much neck and neck with one another.
Okay.
People are saying Brendan. Shit, I should have included Brendan Schaub. We'll do Brendan tomorrow too. Well, you know what? We'll do Ed and Michele and the other one, the second place vote getter, and then the third place vote getter and Brendan will be tomorrow night.
Okay.
How's that? That's
some are saying save Right On for Oz because that's your thing with him.
Oh God, guys, I got to tell you, it's going to be really hard for me to hang on
for a whole week to
Right On. Standalone Cakecorn says Oz was made for Right On segments. All right. Opie's winning anyway, and we're pushing 100 votes, and Opie's got an 8-point lead. So I tell you what, why don't we end this poll?
The chat.
We'll do Ed and Michele, and then we'll do Opie. And then
okay.
Tomorrow we can do Brendan, and then
I'll miss you, Brendan.
We'll save, what do you call it? What's their fucking name?
Jesus.
What's that show?
The
KelMarie.
Right On?
Right On. We'll
Wow.
save Right On for Oz.
Aaron stroked out.
There we go. All right, let's fire up Ed and Michele. The episode is The Ground Round.
I'm very excited.
Ed and Michele, we talked about them going to Ponderosa. We've covered them going to the New China Buffet, and we've covered them going to Bonanza. Well, this one is a very interesting video because it's a saga. I think this is the first Ed and Michele saga we've ever seen. If you're new to this whole coverage on this show, Ed and Michele are a couple of food reviewers from somewhere in the Midwest because they are remarkably Midwestern.
They're the brand.
I'm thinking like Ohio. And because they've been in Pennsylvania and Ohio for their reviews. So I'm guessing they're Ohioans. And they go to like the low budget, very affordable kind of places, but they review them like they're at a 5-star restaurant. Like they're like Gordon Ramsay. Michele will have a grease stain on her shirt and she'll be like, oh, I thought the gravy was fantastic. And then Ed will be like, oh, I love wingdings. The only reason I come here is for the wingdings. Wingdings are my shit.
And then deep throat it.
And then he deep throats the wingdings and pulls the bone out.
They call the grease stains on their shirts souvenirs.
Souvenirs, right. So Ed and Michele did a coverage of the Ground Round in Willowick, Ohio. They found out it had been closed permanently.
Okay.
Well, this video is titled Ground Round is Back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the program, Ed and Michele and the Great Indoors.
Everyone, Ed here from the Great Indoors. And a few months ago, I did a video about Ground Round and how it was a big part of my life. And
this is what I love about these people. It's what I love about these people. They say shit like this unironically.
You just kind of want to hang on to them and squeeze.
You want to go, Ed, it's going to be okay. Another Ground Round will be coming around soon. I promise, pal.
And they eventually had to tear it down. And since then, I've been really scouring the internet looking for another place to go and get my Ground Round fix.
Oh, just imagine Ed being very sad.
No, think about his life where this is kind of what he does.
You know that chewed on middle fingernail we discovered yesterday? He's been working that to the bone on the keyboard, just trying to find a Ground Round and trying to talk Michele into taking a road trip so they can get to a Ground Round and then drive back home. Michele keeps pointing out how irresponsible it is to waste the gas money on a 6-hour round trip drive just so they can get some Ground Round. But Ed says, God damn it, woman, I'm willing to put this marriage on the line to get to this Ground Round and have one more decent meal before I die. And then he went, we can make video content out of it and put it on the business. And she goes, sold.
Do you think they do this for a living?
No, but I wish they did.
Me too.
I wish we could help them to the point where they could make enough money.
I know.
So at least one of them could quit their job and do
Everybody subscribe to the Great Indoors.
Yes.
And that's where today's video comes in. Me and Michele ventured out to Perrysburg, Ohio, and we found one of the last remaining Ground Rounds in Ohio.
Yes.
Let's check it out.
Oh, they're very sad about Demolition Day. That, of course, is very sad.
Everyone knows that feeling,
Hey, everyone.
though.
Ed here from the Great Indoors. And the reason why I'm in such a good mood right now is because I am outside of the Ground Round in Perrysburg, Ohio.
That looks like a fancy-ass Ground Round.
Yeah, there was different signage and everything.
Different logo. So the Ground Rounds that survived got a bit of a facelift. I
So
tell
did
you,
he.
I'm not going to be happy until Ed's got a show on the Food Network.
No, I definitely want him there. He'd do better than Josh
Place that
Denny.
I have gone in many years back in the 80s and 90s in Willowick, Ohio. And now I get to go back again one more time to experience the Ground Round.
Wait a minute. One more time. Does this mean that Ed is just going to go in there, eat his Ground Round, and then blow his fucking head off as soon as he gets outside?
I don't know. Like, are you not long for this world?
I found my calling and I've made it whole.
Maybe this is
Ground
the way to
Round
go out.
logo splatters onto the background of the building.
Really was a Ground Round.
Company man.
Join me because I think we're going to have a great time here.
Aw.
Let's get inside and eat.
Where's Michele? Oh,
Hey, don't you ever ask where's
I
Michele.
gotta make sure she's with.
She's probably up at the table already, remember? She's always way ahead of Ed.
She is antsy.
Ed's sitting there doing his, here's the menu board, and Michelle's like, I'm hungry.
I just noticed he never opens the door for her.
It's kind of a dick move, Ed. We got to work on
Chivalry's dead.
Ed, we got to work on your chivalry and your manners, buddy. Got to be open the door for Michele. Let's work on that next time. Oh, Ed had a heart attack right there. Michele pulled on that door and he was about to hit her and go, don't you fucking tell me that. I'm sorry, I lost control. This ground round is so important to me. I'm sorry.
What if he just gave that speech and this thing's closed?
Oh.
This bitch is not letting him in. Okay. Oh, thank God.
Crisis averted. Ed knows how to make drama. He's like the food review Vince Gilligan.
My heart was pounding.
Much more modern than the one that I'm used to.
Much more what? Can we go back? I need to hear that again. Much more modern.
He just Biden'd it.
Much more modern than the one that I'm used to.
Mid-modern. This is a far more mid-modern.
It's mid-modern.
I'm so excited. I was going to download that new game that just came out, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I'm excited.
There it is. All right.
Oh my God.
Dude, I'd shit my pants if someone stood up in their booth and went, oh my God, it's Ed and Michele from The Great Indoors.
Dude, there's almost nobody in this restaurant.
Well, that's ground round.
Wow, what a different look. We just got seated here
take
at
it
the ground
off.
round.
Hey, she's wearing her Four Winds casino shirt. That was the one she wore at the Chinese buffet, right?
I think she has that shirt in like 4 colors because she's got like a yellow one too.
But I think she wore the purple one at the Chinese buffet.
Did she get her souvenirs off of it?
I hope so.
And the look is much different than what I'm used to seeing.
It's modern.
Modern.
Much more modern. Very,
there you
very updated. You could take your mask off, Michele.
Whoa, just bossing Michele around. Remember last time he had to tell her to get her gloves? Like, Ed's got to make sure Michelle's set up.
He wants her with the least amount of clothes on possible.
That's right. Michele, I told you got to show some skin during these videos if we're going to get views. Come on.
Need them views, honey.
I told you, halter top. I know you're a little worried,
Ooh, Michele in halter top? That's a good look.
Spaghetti straps. Oh. Yeah. Hard dicks. Gonna blow
Just got
all
weird in here.
Gonna blow all the loads in that Chinese buffet.
Aaron's like chubbing.
You want some egg foo young?
Okay.
What do you think?
It's very nice.
Wow.
There's more seating over there, it looks like.
Michele, no offense. It looks like there's a lot of seating everywhere.
No, you're the only ones there, huh?
Yeah, this is nice. Oh, yeah. And they got the old menu over here in the ground. They even got a different logo on there now.
Oh, man. Ed is fucking... He's jizzing over this ground round.
Did you hear the waitress? She is every Midwestern lady ever. Hello.
Oh, did she really?
Yeah.
And they got the old menu over here in the ground. They even got a different logo on there now. Hi, how you doing?
I'm great. How are we doing tonight?
Excellent.
Good. I'm Bianca. Welcome to Ground Round. You ever been here before?
Not to this one. We used to go to...
Oh, God, this is a Midwestern thing, too. She asks a polite
Oversharing.
question, and this guy's going to give her a 30-second fucking answer. Have you ever been here before? Well, not this one, but I was in the one in Secaucus there, and then that one, you remember that one? That one closed down. I bet you remember that location. You're part of the company. Well, that one closed down. That was really sad, so I scoured the internet for a while, and I found out you guys were here. And it's like right in the middle. She's like, sir, yes or no?
It really is. You have to overshare.
Yes.
A one in Cleveland area.
Oh, Cleveland. Okay.
And it's been closed since the 90s.
Look how
or maybe
excited she
2000.
is.
So I want to really go old school with some stuff.
Yeah,
so.
I was going to say.
That server is sitting there going, I just wanted to know if you've been here before.
This is a situation for her where the mask is a good thing because she's just like, okay, well, that's fine.
You know what? It's kind of on the server because why would you ask such a dumb fucking question? If they've been to a restaurant, they've been to a ground round. It's a menu. You look at it. You order what you'd like. We go. There.
That's true. Like, this isn't some fancy restaurant with like a...
Bite your tongue. This is Ed's childhood you're fucking with now. Hey, I want to make a bet with you.
You're right. I'm wrong.
I bet you he gets a chocolate shake in a tin cup.
I bet he doesn't.
Okay, cool.
I bet it's vanilla.
No, come on. Okay, a shake in a tin cup.
Okay, I bet he doesn't.
All right, cool.
No shake.
There we go.
This location has only been a year old. So
Yeah.
We reopened in February of last year.
Really?
So this, from my understanding,
Stop it,
this
I
is the
want
only
food.
location within the area.
You know what?
Because if
I've been
Midland
looking.
closed down, then
It was a yes or no question, you two. Stop being so Midwestern. It's obnoxious.
Michelle's getting pissed because she just wants to eat.
That'd be funny if they keep talking about this topic and all of a sudden Michelle goes, "I want a bacon cheeseburger." Sorry, just get peckish.
Is there another one over there? Or
No, there isn't.
Yeah.
I'm so looking forward to this. You don't know how much.
All right.
I like how he puts the camera on
Hey,
himself
you like
for
the
a
big
second.
fake laugh?
Why does he look 30 years older here?
He might be 30 years
What
old.
just happened?
Ed has his good days and his bad days.
Okay, now one thing that I always would get whenever I would go to Ground Round on
Chocolate shake in a tin cup. Chocolate shake in a tin cup. You look like that kind of a guy.
Monday Night Football or
Wings.
basketball was the chicken wings.
Oh,
Knew it.
fuck.
Always gonna be wings.
Damn it.
They have 8 wings for $10.99, and I'm gonna go with the Korean barbecue. And Michelle, what were you talking about as an appetizer?
Fried cheese curds.
Of course, Michelle got the fried cheese curds.
She's so fucking cute.
Oh, I love her.
Fried cheese curds.
Oh, I just want the fried cheese curds. I just love all that greasy cheese in my mouth.
I love how excited she is over
She
food.
is so excited over. I wish I was excited about anything as much as she's excited about her cheese.
You know
curds.
what? I want somebody to look at me someday the way Michelle looks at cheese curds on a menu.
Fries cheese curds?
With ranch dressing.
You can't because they'd be an insane stalker. They'd be like Amaranth's husband.
That sounds pretty interesting.
Something new.
And I'm probably going to end up going with the Texas Hold'em burger.
Texum.
It's a barbecue sauce, caramelized onions, jalapenos, smoked bacon, pepper jack cheese.
Are you trying to die?
Duh.
That sounds like a suicide
They do
burger.
shitty buffet reviews for a living.
Oh my God. I heard 3 things in there that will give you an instant heart attack.
They're sponsored by
And the
Pepto.
brown round sauce for $12.99. What have you got in mind for what you're going to get, Michelle?
This is so I just love how Midwestern they are.
They are really, there's something endearing about these two.
Oh, I love them.
I want to take them home.
Still deciding on that one.
We'll get back to her.
Oh, I thought you
Okay, so what did you decide upon getting?
the clubhouse burger, and then it says served with a choice of one side, and I'm gonna go with a salad.
All right.
Ooh, that's called restraint, boys and girls.
That's not her first restraint. You'll take note that she got water.
She got water
Yeah.
and a salad and then decided to fuck it all up with the meatiest burger and some cheese curds.
Do you want to go get some cheese curds and a shake in a tin cup? Because I kind of do.
Not tonight, but at some point in life, you know.
We'll let the waitress know, and then we'll bring you back when the food comes out.
I love these two.
Make it stop. That got weird.
So now while they're waiting for their food, they're going to wander around the ground round.
Here for, and there's another sitting
are
area.
we?
This is all. Oh, must be part of the hotel over here.
Yeah, so it's a ground round in a hotel.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Because they're attached to a hotel. And then they
Fancy
got the bar
pantsy.
over here.
So are they like a green mill kind of?
Yeah.
Got the ball on the planning of this trip because we are staying at a Hampton Inn, which is like 7 miles away.
Oh,
And
should have stayed here.
They got a Holiday Inn over here with the ground round built into it. And that
Oh, Ed.
Missed out.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Ed.
Fuck.
I'm sorry, Ed. I mean, I know that's got to hurt. Being a big ground round fan like he is, I mean, it's got to be taunting him. He's going to get up in the middle of the night and try to not wake Michelle so he can sneak out and grab some ground round.
Think about it. If they'd have stayed at this hotel, they could have got drunk at ground round and just waddled upstairs.
Why would they waddle?
Because they're so full of beer and love.
That would have been, if I was thinking, the smart thing to do was to stay here at the Holiday Inn, right?
But that's okay. You learn from your mistakes.
How are they not the most lovable human
Can we
beings
take them
ever?
home?
No, April. Stop adopting everybody.
Can you make an exception for these two, though?
No, she would eat us out of house and home.
That's true. Things are expensive.
Yes, inflation, for God's sake.
And do. At least we finally found it, though, right?
And we found a ground round in Ohio.
Yeah.
Pause it. Oh,
Were you going to talk about her tits on the table?
yes. It was so uncomfortable.
Oh, she's got her tits resting.
And you know
up
why
on the table.
I'm only fucking saying this? Of course, I'm jealous. I have no tits to lay on the table.
You want Michelle's tits.
I do.
Rock on.
One of the last remaining ever.
Oh, she is so great. Go back.
I need her.
We're gonna make this woman a star.
Look at that still you put him on.
At least we finally found it, though, right?
And we found a ground round in Ohio.
Yeah.
Rock on.
There are so many faces she's made that I want to be the logo of the Steel Toe Show.
I want this right here to be on a shirt. I want a shirt, like a yellow shirt with her on in this shirt.
I want, Ed and Michele.
And I want it to say rock on.
Ed and Michele need to make merch, and that needs to be the rock on shirt.
Yeah.
One of the last remaining ever.
That right there.
Oh, fuck, these two are
so
awesome.
sweet. Like, I hope if they ever see our review of their review, like, this is not
We're far too hurtful.
to be mean. Like, I love them.
You know?
Okay. Those just look like food service wings.
They look like Cisco wings.
They look like they came right from the back of a Cisco truck, brother.
Like they made, like you dumped them out of a bag and then went onto the plate.
Look, this is the problem with going back to places that you loved as a kid.
Yeah.
You realize how shitty your taste buds were as a kid.
They don't hold up.
No.
No.
My wings are here, and so are Michelle's cheese curds. I'm going to try one of your cheese curds.
That'd be funny
I'd
if
fuck
she
with
bit,
those cheese curds.
That'd be funny if she bit him right now. You know what that is? You know why those cheese curds look okay? They clearly change the fryer grease regularly.
Hold on. Her plate is clean already back there.
Oh, Michele ate her salad.
I like these curds though.
Oh, Ed, you got sauce on your thumb. Ed, you shoved your thumb in the fucking sauce, you monster.
Now, not only does he have curd grease, the best part of curds is the grease. And that he's got grease and what is that, ranch?
Ed, but how about this? Remember, Ed was a chewer, and he chews his nails down to the skin.
Just the middle one, babe.
And now he's well, that looks pretty low. And now he's dipping his thumb into the ranch sauce.
Maybe the ranch is soothing to his swollen fingertips.
That could be it, yeah.
What is that ranch dipping sauce you got there?
Correct.
I don't know. Suck your thumb and find out. You know what?
No.
This is where Tony Michaels deserves to die a coward's death. Tony Michaels will not film himself eating. Ed will not only film himself eating, he'll film himself eating a greasy, nasty cheese curd close up on his mouth so you can see the deliciousness up close.
Fuck that. I can see his brains through his nose.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Show me those curds, baby.
I thought they were just going to be mozzarella sticks, but a fancier name now.
It's got a nice smooth.
There's food packed into his teeth.
Wait, did Michele just say that the cheese curds, she thought they were going to be mozzarella sticks in a fancier name? She thinks that cheese curds is a fancy name for mozzarella sticks.
Well, you've been to a restaurant like that before, right? Like a bar where it said cheese curds and they brought you out shitty mozzarella sticks. So she's clearly been mistreated.
Yes, Michelle's been hurt before.
Flavor to it. Look at that one. Siamese twins.
Oh, God, Ed, don't show us your... Okay, I love that you're brave enough to eat on the air, but don't show us the food after it's been chewed, buddy. Come on.
You can see the food in the teeth.
Oof.
Smell that.
Oh, I can hear the swishing of his chewing. Yeah, you push that on with your finger.
Now let's get into one of these wings.
Yes, how bad do you want to see Ed eat wings?
It's going to be nice and saucy. There's going to be sauce on his face.
I want to watch just a smearing of sauce all over Ed's face.
Right here. I want one that I could hold with one finger for you.
Yeah, I hear you, Ed.
Check that out.
I want a one finger that way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, look at this. Oh, go back. Oh, look at that nice little saucy corner there on Edward.
Oh, this is so hot. Stop it. I'm getting close.
I dubbed the Edward the Great after that wing bite.
Jesus Christ.
I love Ed and Michele so much.
They really are the best. You won't wipe it.
Oh, yeah.
You
won't
wipe your
that
fucking mouth,
face.
Ed, you wipe
Look
your
at
mouth. Not bad.
Done perfectly. It's got a nice little kick to it.
Ed, wipe your mouth.
Please.
Barbecue mustache now.
Oh, God, look at all that sauce.
Oh.
God, somebody send this to Tony Michaels so he knows how to do a fucking food review.
Somebody open them wet naps for him. He's got a couple.
Real good. Oh, I'm so glad we're here. Oh, yeah.
Ed is
This
in
is the
heaven.
type-
Too far away for Browns games.
Okay, did you try any of your cheese curds yet, Michelle?
Yes, I did.
do you-
They are so good, golden, really tasty.
She looks like, I don't want to say anybody's name, but it's someone we're both aware of. She's a woman who's running for mayor of Litchfield right now. She reminds me a lot of her.
You know what? I kind of thought that a couple times
Yeah.
too.
Cheesy.
Tear one apart. I want to see what it looks like.
I
on the
love this.
inside.
Fucking Ed knows the
No,
presentation.
seriously, I want this kind of relationship. They're so
Like
happy over
mozzarella.
this.
Oh, yeah.
They're
we
so
don't have,
fucking happy
we don't
about.
have what Ed and Michelle have.
Look, I don't know if we're quite there yet.
Fuck
They're
you.
so happy over fucking cheese curds and wings.
We touch down in Las Vegas. We are so happy when we go on our little trip every year.
I cry when we're leaving.
I know. That means it was good.
Yeah.
You got the cheese pool there.
And you're slightly a mental
Good
patient.
job. Pop, there you go.
Oh, yes. She did like a model bite. Oh.
Fucking hell, she's
Tony
so cute.
Michaels, you are dog shit compared to Michelle.
Ed is a lucky man.
Dog shit. Tony, you nutless fuck. Your inability to eat while on camera because you're afraid everyone's going to see you're a fatty pig boy. And here's Michelle doing a sexy fucking model bite of a cheese curd. You nutless wonder.
That is my biggest complaint about Tony Michaels. It's not even the douchiness level. He just won't show us the food.
Ugh.
Got the cheese pool there.
Watch this. Watch the
job.
bite. I love the bite.
Pop, there you go.
Oh, you licked that thumb.
See,
you
now we
naughty
kind of
girl.
all want Michelle, right?
Yeah. These two had kids, and the kids are all grown up now,
Did
and
they? Do you think?
they've moved, and now Ed and Michelle go out and they do these videos for fun. Now
I don't
that the
know
kids
if
are
they
gone.
had kids. 'Cause
Yeah,
I feel like they'd mention. These are the type of people that would mention their kids.
they look like they're in their 50s, and the kids are grown up.
You think
They've-
so?
Yeah, they've
Okay.
moved away, and now this is how they fill their time. They travel around, going to food places and reviewing.
I'll tell you this much. I thought they either had cats instead of kids or like really wire-haired small dogs.
They're Midwestern, so they had kids at like 25, like early. So they had those, and at like 45, they were empty nesters.
Plot twist, Michelle was a teen mom.
Right?
She's just a total
So
smoke
they're
show.
in their late 40s to mid 50s now, and they're going to all these places because the kids are gone, and you don't see your kids that much after they leave for school and whatnot.
They're looking good.
They are good. Yeah, I should have gotten. Well, I did. I got the Siamese twins over here.
There you go,
They're separated.
Ed. You bit the children in half, Ed.
So good.
Oh, he has hairy fingers.
Oh. Oh, look at Michelle's burger. Michelle got the
Whoa,
clubhouse.
look at that.
Dive right in.
I can't even clap. I'm like excited for her. That looks kind of
That
good.
plate of cheese curds and then this sandwich, I do not want to be Michelle's anus after this meal.
What do you think's worse, Bonanza or this? It's got to be Bonanza.
This is a step up from Bonanza.
right.
Yeah. So Bonanza shits are way worse. If you shit at all.
You might just die.
Think about that.
Got the Burger Club sandwich. What all is in that, Michelle?
Ham, American,
Here,
and
show me.
ham.
I like that. He's like, you show the fucking camera on our food reviews, Michelle. How many goddamn times do I have to tell
He
you?
knows video production for sure.
does.
Yeah.
American and Swiss cheese, bacon,
Oh,
and
yeah.
a hamburger.
Right there's I can see the meat right. Oh, that's a nice piece over there.
I can see the
That's
meat.
done just right. You want
Really?
it medium well.
Correct.
Give that a shot. Watch out for that. There you go. Pull that out.
I want her to eat the toothpick and goes, I'm not a fucking pussy.
It's extra
yeah.
fiber.
Oh, get it, Michelle.
Ooh.
Oh, Ed, you fucking dick.
He's trying to add comedic relief in her hard moment.
Ed's being an asshole. Michelle's taking her bite of her sandwich. Michelle takes too big of a bite. Ed.
Can you taste all of it in there?
It's not the first time. That's not the last time he's going to ask her that tonight.
Oh, I'll ask later.
Very juicy and delicious.
Ed's a dick. I edited 20 seconds of chewing.
Ed is kind of getting an attitude here.
Ed's starting to think who the fuck he is.
Sure is.
You would be loving that.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm not going to let you have a
My
bite.
work cut out for me with this.
Oh, we're going to get to see
Texas
Saucy
Hold'em
Face Ed
burger.
again.
That looks
Got
good.
toasted bun, jalapenos in there if you can see them, grilled onions, bacon.
Are you guys ready for Saucy Face Ed one more time?
I think that Patty could get it.
cheese in there too.
I want them.
Are we playing poker tonight at the casino?
I'll tell you, man, I'm ready to do something after this.
Oh,
Look at these two. They don't even need any
They're
booze.
getting it. I'm ready to do something here.
I'm ready to play some poker or get in that asshole, Michele.
I'm going to put another baby in you and then abort it.
Wow. Ed really gets crazy when he goes to ground round.
They do get weird.
Ed gets that ground round in him, and all of a sudden he's talking the A word. Anal abortion.
That's what this is about.
Come on, Ed. I want to see Sauce Face. Return to the Sauce Man.
That is thick.
Bon appetit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Eddie.
No.
Eddie. Old Eddie Two Sauces.
Look at that.
That
Take
does
another bite.
That looks kind of good.
You know what? I'm not going to shit on the ground round. Looks decent.
Aren't you just?
Yeah. God, Michele is a walking t-shirt.
She is a sport, though.
I like Michele.
I love her.
Ed's kind of a dick. He's got to be the star of the show, and he's shitting on Michele low-key. She's the heart of this matter.
Yeah, he thinks he's George and she's Lenny, just over here eating and shit, but she's kind of like the main character.
Yeah.
Okay, Michele, you got one of my chicken wings over there.
Oh, she stole a chicken wing.
Suddenly your chicken wing. What do you think?
Oh, see, Ed keeps low-key shitting on Michele.
So mean.
Ed probably got a private message from a couple of girls who have watched their channel, and he's thinking,
Hold on.
I got options, Michele.
Are these two not married? It heard there's no ring.
Oh.
They might not be married. I don't think they have kids. I think these two found each other.
Pals?
No, I think these two found each other and now they just do reviews.
They're casino buddies? Because they have a lot of casino reviews on their channel.
Maybe they're not together.
Shit. You're right. There's no ring there. April, nice spot.
I don't think there's ever been a ring.
The Ed and Michele plot thickens.
Give it a bite. I want to see what your reaction is.
That is a good wing bite.
That was solid.
Oh, Michele is enjoying every second of that wing.
Look at that scrunch.
Oh. Fuck you, Sauce Face Ed. We've got Sauce Face Michele.
This is awesome.
We might not get to Opie tonight.
So what? These two are so happy and he's just not.
Ed and Michele get more views than Opie does.
That's true. Uh-oh.
Has a very good kick to it. It's really good. Everything is delicious here.
She doesn't wipe her face like a pussy, Ed, as soon as the camera gets on her. She'll wipe that face when she's done with that wing.
Oh, no. She's going to leave that sauce there for Ed to lick off later.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad I got the Korean barbecue because it's got
Stuttering
that nice kick to it. Kind of hot, Mm-hmm. I love that. That's why with the hamburger that I got,
she really does go for
She goes for
that
it,
big
man.
bite.
Texas Hold'em burger. It's got a lot of spicy.
Oh, yeah.
Jalapenos in there.
I'm
and the
getting
barbecue
hard.
Sauce.
Get it, Michele?
works really well.
Yeah. Turn it like a corn cob, you dirty girl. There's the ground round in Perrysburg, Ohio. Should we hear the final wrap-up?
That tea
Michelle's
looks
Long
delicious.
Island tea, only $3.99. Michele got fucked up.
That fucking tea looks good.
That's way too big of a Long Island, though.
Yeah, it is. You're fucked the rest
You're
of the
gonna
day.
die.
Hey, but they have a hotel and Ed's ready to do things.
She wants to play poker.
They're taking their relationship to the new level tonight.
Fucks yeah.
She's so happy.
She is thrilled. That bar staff looks so bored. Texas Hold'em burger. All right, here we go. I want the final review.
Hey.
I want the final review.
This song fucks. I feel like, can you picture them dancing to
What do you
this?
think of the ground round here in Perrysburg, Michele?
It was delicious and yummy, and it was well worth it. Let me tell you, it was worth the 2.5 hours to find it.
Oh, she's low-key shitting on Ed there. Yeah, worth the 2.5-hour drive, you fucking ground round cuck.
No, she said it was worth it.
I know, but low-key shade.
I'm going to say right up front, our server was awesome.
Oh! Somebody left a little sauce.
Again, it's for Michele later.
Look at that. Ed left a little bit of sauce there. Something to remember the place by.
A souvenir.
Yeah.
Food was awesome. The environment in there.
The management, they took really good care of us.
Yeah.
You know, I felt like
Once we told them we were Ed and Michele from the Great Indoors.
a traveler coming from another state. And I
Oh my
felt
God,
really in it.
Yeah.
They crossed
I
state
like the way
lines.
she came up to our table and we spoke for like 10 minutes. I was telling her about how the ground round in their areas are closed and everything. And they're hoping to get the places open every day, I think, at 5 o'clock. But as things get better with the COVID, they're hoping to reopen again for lunch.
I feel like I'm in a dream.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video of us going back down memory lane and round round in Perrysburg.
That can be enrolled in 2021. It's still enrolled.
Thanks again for watching. Have a great indoors day.
Thank you very much, Ed and Michele. God damn, those two are great.
I don't want to stop with them. I want to keep watching.
I hope they... Oh, God, look at the chat while we were talking about Ed and Michele. Holy shit. Thank you for the $4.99, whoever the fuck that was.
Thank you.
That was Mr. Nobody. He says, this is future evening steel toe shows, right?
I think this would be actually really cute if you and I make it that long to be two old people sitting in buffets doing this together.
Yeah, D. Gulag does point out
a casino.
Ed's got some work to do on his audio editing.
The music beds are a little too loud.
Matthew says Ed and Michele are too pure for this world. They really are.
It makes me feel like less of a person.
Yeah.
Like I'm evil compared to them.
Stevie J says these two not banging should be illegal. And World's Worst Artist pointing out this was just a cute video.
I'd like to point out that if they do bang, they definitely use barbecue sauce for lube.
Oh, they should. I want to hear the slapping sounds. Atomic Citizen says, thank you, Ed and Michele. People saying, I love that they enjoyed themselves. Yes! Ladies Man says, this is so stupid, it's amazing.
I really do think it's wholesome how happy they are together over some wings and curds.
Yeah. $4 Long Island's okay. We getting lit.
Hell yeah.
Michele takes a bite out of life. She sure does. Aaron and April need to do a video stream of the last meal at Bonanza. We should.
And then we could do like follow-up clips of our food poisoning.
You know what? That's it. It's going to be too crazy to try and organize a listener event there in a short amount of time, but we can do a live video. We'll do a live stream of our last experience at Bonanza. Next week?
No, I was going to shake your hand, but you did something really gay there, buddy.
As Ladies Man would say, bet.
Oh, it's lit, fam. It's lit at Bonanza.
It certainly is lit, fam. Well, guys, we're $20 into tomorrow's goal also. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Thank you for chipping in tonight. We do appreciate it. Curly Adams says they definitely have kids that never visit them.
Probably not together, though, ironically.
Well, you're right. Oops, sorry, guys. You're right, though. They don't...
no wedding rings.
No wedding rings or anything.
Unless they outgrew their wedding rings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's another thing I thought is maybe she just got too big.
Maybe they just, him too, though.
For the wedding ring. I haven't seen if he has one on or not.
I haven't seen one.
Okay. All right.
I will say I do pay more attention to Michele, though.
Michele, low-key, is the heart and soul of that outfit.
God, she's like... Those two are just the happy break that everybody needs today.
Yeah. Johnny Chimpo says Ed ain't getting laid at the Hampton Inn. He fucked up.
He did get a little bitchy.
You know what, though? This is the first time they've gone to a place where I've gone, they kind of sold me on it.
I'd try Ground Round now.
Ghislaine says Kanye is live on YouTube right now. Where?
No,
Ghislaine, where is he? Where is Kanye live right now? I need to see him. Kanye YouTube. Is this the real Kanye West YouTube? Nope.
That one's not live.
That one's not live.
Try Ye.
Should I try Ye? Let's see.
No.
I don't have any live shit.
Somebody tell us what to look for.
I need to know where this live stream is.
Tell us what to look for. We've got a couple minutes left.
Tony Michaels is the bearded lady at the circus. I thought he was going to say that he's at a bare naked ladies concert. That was going to annoy the shit out of me.
I was going to say Ryobi's right earlier when we were talking about Kanye and how he's being sued for $250 million. There are people that are close to Kanye right now that are concerned for him because he's apparently blowing all of his money and doesn't have a house anymore.
No.
So look, that's not
He
good.
owns multiple houses.
I would agree
with
that.
He's not staying at them. April.
But people are
They were
alleging.
That was a TMZ article.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just trying to trash him for how he's spending money.
Sure.
That was a hit. That was a hit piece.
I do agree with you, but like I've said before, we're not really part of these people's lives. So what if he is fire sailing a bunch of shit?
He's worth $2 billion. Even if he wanted to get rid of all of his money, it would be hard. They're saying literally Kanye is actually live. I cannot find this anywhere.
Tell us what page it's on because we can't find it.
Kanye. Yeah, guys, if somebody could drop us a link or something like that, I need to see this. Kanye live. Oh, there we go.
There it is.
Drink Champs Interview World Tour. Kanye West live.
Today with Danny was, the people who made fighter jets or modern flight, they had to get people who were the best at engineering at that time, and they were engineering boats and trains and cars, and to take the best of the best and get them to do a completely different kind of. Let's do a different kind of vehicle. Well, what is that vehicle? A vehicle for happiness. What's the vehicle for happiness? Simplifying.
He talks so quiet that you forget he's crazy for a minute.
It's kind of like you're in church, but the pastor's nervous.
Yeah.
I took up the train tracks to make sure, and suburban communities got like spread out, so you'd have to drive more. We haven't designed our world up to this point to maximize our existence on this planet as a species. And I'm really big on this concept of species right now. That's not separating us by China, America, Russia.
Says the guy who's been shitting specifically on Jews for the last week.
No, there's no country lines. There's no differences. We're all just a species.
Right, we're all just a species, yet he's like, the Jews, the Jews, the Jews, the Jews.
We can have...
Apparently they're not
we can
included.
Have up ramp, but not upstairs. Everything should be designed like an old folks home. Because if we're lucky, we'll all turn to old folks.
Yeah.
So why are we so selfishly designing while we're in the position of power to determine what the world looks like and how it functions, that we're not considering how it should be in the future? Right. And that future is now. We're in 2022 and everything happens for a reason. So, you just get to a
rich
point,
in minutes
right?
QR
and every
thing
time
down here
you get
too.
to that point, everyone wants to say,
weird.
This might be your only chance, once in a lifetime chance. Scan the QR.
Better do it.
From Rich in Minutes. All right, I'm going to scan the QR.
Have everyone so doped out, so controlled out that you're not allowed to even stand up for the things that you're
ElonXKanye.com. Select blockchain, Bitcoin or Ethereum.
Or anything away from the mother.
It's a blockchain deal. I don't think we're going to get anything out of this. This seems very long form.
Oh, this is weird, huh?
We'll throw the link in the chat. Over 650 Bitcoin and 3,700 Ethereum have already been sent to live stream viewers. What? Here you go, guys. There's the link to his live chain.
Is he just getting rid of shit?
Meet the first Elon Musk crypto giveaway.
What do we do here?
I'm hitting participate.
What do I do?
Scan the QR code or copy the address to participate. All right, copy address. Waiting for payment. What the fuck did I just do?
I have a different page than you have.
No, I hit Bitcoin.
Oh.
It just says waiting for... I copied the address. It now says waiting for payment.
I'm afraid.
What the fuck is going on here? They're saying definitely a scam.
Yeah, I am afraid to hit participate. I'll be honest. I'm going to watch you first.
Kanye. Oh, if you send so much, you will get... If you send 0.1 to 0.2 Bitcoin, you will get 0.2 to 60 Bitcoin. Yeah, I ain't doing this.
I was going to say, I'm going to watch you first because I'm not doing that.
No, thank you. That does not sound right.
Aaron just emptied his bank account.
I didn't send anything.
Which is mine too, so now we're getting divorced.
I did not hit a goddamn thing. They're saying totally a scam, yo. I am... There, I closed out of everything. Well, you know what?
Are you getting nervous?
Well, no, because I didn't send anything. I didn't send any information or anything like that. I did, however, copy the link address.
I did not. I didn't get that far. I just scanned the code, really.
Because they told me to. Oh, send me $20. I'll send back 50. He's about to get fined by the SEC, says Luke Ellering. Mad Max Mardigan says, my dad and his third wife have really bad diabetes and can't wear their wedding rings. I bet the same thing with these two also. Okay. That could be it. They seem married. They seem like they love each other.
Do they seem... They're literally like the happiest couple over the dumbest stuff, though.
They are. They love the ground round.
That's something. That's how I want to strive to be.
All right, guys. Do this for me before we head out tonight.
Hit the subscribe button, smash that like button, and click the bell to get notifications.
Let's do some like button smashing before we head out for the evening. Thank you guys for answering big time tonight on a night where we needed a big victory. We got it. We shut up MN Vikings forever. That is awesome. And we got $20 ahead on tomorrow morning's show.
Go gang fuck that like button.
Go gang fuck the like button. We're excited about that. Guys, well, you know what? We got a minute and a half. I don't think that's enough to really do anything.
Did I just see Barney?
Yeah, I've got a Barney story.
I fucking hate Barney. I always hated Barney.
Citizen M says Corey is having MN Vikings on Rumble tomorrow morning. Yeah, Citizen M, I'm sure you watch Corey's shows. You seem, you two seem like you're on really good terms. If you guys could behave.
It's all a bit, Aaron.
If you guys could behave yourselves tomorrow and enjoy yourselves and enjoy the show I'm going to put on for you, I would really appreciate that. Turtle saying, hey, MN Vikings, eat my boogers. Well, that's you're allowed to say that.
Salty.
Sure. Mad Max Mardigan says, all right, I hit the flag for you. I hope you approve. No. The thumbs up. You take the thumbs up and you hit that thing.
Thumb the like button.
Thumb the like button right in the asshole, if you could. Frosty Brew says, love the content, guys. Oh, I hope you do.
Give everyone a shot of your cheeks one more time.
You guys want to see the Juicy one more time?
I want to see Juicy one more time.
All right, I got to push Opie back one more night. All right.
He's very pushbackable.
Yeah, here you go, guys.
Oh, yeah. Look at that ass.
Here's the, there's the pink sweatpants. There you go. One more. If that doesn't cause you to hit the thumbs up button,
nothing will.
I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you. All right, talk to you tomorrow, guys. Let's knock that goal out a couple more times. We really appreciate your generosity keeping the show going. And we will talk to you tomorrow morning. April, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And again, 6 a.m. Central. Subscribe to our channel. Hit the like button. We'll talk to you soon.